Alright, yeah, no, I was gonna put, like, more faces on there, but I was like, I think those should be fine. It's terrifying enough. And there's still more. Oh gosh. What other faces can she make? I mean, I guess she's gonna get executed, right? So. Okay. Okay. Totally good. Totally good now. Let us finish this trial and you'll have to see. Okay. I'm excited. I do have the skill, right? I didn't mess this up. Okay, I do. I have sketch. I'm good. Good. Oh, I have a thing right here. OLC? Oh my goodness. Alright, I'm prepared for scary little twin to scare the heck out of me. Alright, let's accuse her of murder. The only person who matches the criteria that Kanade mentioned is you. Oh, right. Sorry, I forgot we're blaming my little art girl. No, wait. Why am I the culprit? Why this all of a sudden? Then let me explain step by step. Sora, could you show me the pool gate records once more? No, I don't want to see the gate records anymore. Firstly, like Shobai said, Setsuka died in the pool in the morning specifically. Iroha called Setsuka to the pool in the morning. So Setsuka enters at 8:44 and Iroha enters at 8:45. Oh, wait, I never entered the pool, like, ever? You're sure the only reason the dub team's taking a while is solely because of Kanade? Yeah, I could see that. That voice actress is gonna have to give like the performance of their lives in this one. And you chased on the killers in your fan game? Oh, neat. Wait, I never entered the pool, like, ever? Shut up, you murderer. Oh, I forgot to use that face. Oops. You used my sister to murder Setsuka, and then blamed the whole murder on me? Now you're gonna pay. But I never. So, then what? Then she killed Setsuka on the spot, and left the pool at 9:22 to set up the signpost, and she goes off to gather the tools needed to cut the body. So that wasn't Hibiki entering, but Iroha leaving? Yeah, Setsuka's handbook. Then Setsuka's ID, DJ6, would show an output. She then returns to the pool at 9:54. This time, she has to use her own handbook. So nobody was in the pool since 9:54? She's going with the same logic as Shobai, but I see that this approach also makes sense. She finishes preparing for the body at 12:54, and after eliminating any traces left, she leaves the pool using Setsuka's handbook. By doing this, Iroha will leave the pool, but an in-output will be saved according to the records. Oh wait, so let me get this straight. Shobai's theory was that the corpse was cut up between 12:53 and 17:54, right? Are you suggesting that it was instead done between 9:54 and 12:54? Yeah, I'm like, no one's gonna believe dumb little art girl did all this math. I'm not even doing all this math with all the times and stuff. Like, absolutely not. I would definitely blame a smart person. Yes, 3 hours should be just enough time to do the job. And by this way, we solve the mystery of why it took 3 hours just to bring the dismemberment tools. you're right. Yoriko, no, don't say that. Shobai's theory was acceptable, but not be able to explain 3 hours is a bit weird. Then the dismemberment process was already done by 12:54? But doesn't that leave too much time until we find the corpse? Listen carefully, I'll explain everything. 12:54, Iroha kept all the corpse pieces into that one place before leaving the pool. Later, at 17:24, she uses her handbook to in herself to bring corpse pieces out. And 1 minute later, 17:25, she uses Setsuka's handbook to leave the pool. We can now perfectly explain the gate records of the pool by this logic. No. I see. So it's possible to rig the records even without an accomplice. I guess it would have been for the culprit to create no-out records to avoid any suspicion from the pool. But both mine and Shobai's theory has limitations in that regard. I guess there was a reason for the culprit to do so. Really? Did Iroha actually... Wait, I'm not the culprit. I've never heard of any of this. Shut up, I'm not done with my theory. Okay, yeah, go ahead and list them. Now, the next part. Iroha, who has successfully finished her job at the pool, moves the corpse pieces to Block C monorail station. Later, she runs herself to Block A. But isn't it the same as Shobai's theory? Hey, welcome in! Oh wait, just a bit on that. Now's the important part. After Iroha arrives at Block A, she needs to enter the ghost house at 17:55. Here, it doesn't really matter that much whether she uses her handbook or Setsuka's, but it was probably better to use her own. Time for all hell to break loose? Yeah, she's being real dumb right now. Like, she's very smart, but she's being very dumb blaming Iroha for all this. I'll explain this a bit later. As I said before, she goes inside to cut the wires of the ghost house fuse box. And she uses Setsuka's handbook to leave. Am I going to guess or not? Go ahead, you can like post the their ultimate types and I'll do guessing a little bit later. I'm gonna try to get through some of the story. Wait, what the hell are you on about now? That's exactly what you said was impossible when I brought it up. Setsuka's hand is in the monorail station of Block C. How are you going to turn her handbook on? I was going to ask that too, but I guess he was faster. The theory you're trying to propose just substituted the culprit from you to Bubblehead. With everything else, you're basically saying the same stuff. Honestly, can you even hear yourself? You just had to carry the hands, right? But Kanade, didn't you yourself say that that was impossible? It'd be impossible for Sis, but definitely possible with Iroha. Iroha actually has a pretty handy tool to hide the hands. What's that? Her hat! They think she hid hands underneath there? What? Both Sis and I have no ideal space to carry the hands without being seen. The pockets are too small to shove the hands in, and if we try to hide it with our clothes, it would stick out and seem unnatural. Hey Logan, welcome in! The types I'm guessing, Tibuki. You need to both be seen and also be able to pull it out whenever needed. This is a case where every minute and second matters. The hand must have been readily available whenever the situation called for it. And you're suggesting that the hiding place was Iroha's hat? If you put the severed hands on your head and put the hat on top, you would hold it in place and it wouldn't seem unnatural. Not only that, but you could also pull it out whenever you want to turn the handbook on, so it matches every condition. No, not I don't think she knows how hats work. Like, I love wearing beanies. I'm pretty sure my hat, if I put someone's chopped up hands underneath my beanies, they would still, like, you know, be heavy enough that my beanies would go like, pling! And technically speaking, Iroha's hat isn't a tool, but an attire she always wears, so she wouldn't cause any suspicion. So basically, she put the hands on top of her head. Ugh. Why would I do such a horrible thing? And the one who entered the ghost house was Hibiki, not me. I saw it with my own eyes. That's exactly why I'm suspecting you, Iraha. If you, perhaps, lied about seeing my sister, you have no alibi. What do you mean by... Yeah, also, yeah, blood would be like drip. I mean, I know they said that, you know, she sewed him up and stuff like that, but no. Tabiki, whatever you want me to guess, you can list out what I'm supposed to be guessing. But I'm not the one. Hibiki, tell her the truth. I don't know, I can't remember. Shobai, is there anything left bothering you? I'll take that as a no, then let's continue. Iraha causes a blackout at the ghost house, then moves to the Block A monorail station. When the monorail resumes its operation at 1800, she rides it back to Block C to move the corpse. That part's the same as Shobai's theory. This is the important part. Iraha must have hid the body parts near the ghost house. The place I suspect is a small park in front of the ghost house. Perhaps in one of the bushes there. Wait, but then we're stuck at the same place as before. You guys searched Block A, so somebody had hidden that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm suspecting Iraha. It was Iraha who investigated the park area. Huh? Shobai said it now, didn't he? That all the culprit has to do is hide the corpse in the place they were supposed to investigate. Shobai's a weed man. Well, I was unable to do so because I investigated the place furthest away from the ghost house. I know how, like, the whole case happened, but... The park that Iraha investigated was right across the ghost house. In terms of distance, she'd have no problems. So she just pretended to investigate, and she lied about there being nothing, just like Shobai said. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Exactly what part am I not making sense to you? Like, all of it, Kanade. But, it was you who told me to investigate the park area. How was I supposed to know beforehand that you would assign me to that place? Oh, I see. That was my bad. But I had no idea you were the filthy culprit back then. However, even if I told you to investigate some other place, wouldn't you have volunteered to investigate the park? Huh? Anyway, Sora investigated near the ghost house, so the only option left for you was probably the park. That's why you chose that place. It was a pretty smart act considering it was coming from Iraha. You deserve some praise. The footage looks weird. Wait, is it blurry? Hold on. Add a funny image to the side in the black box. Oh, because it's not centered. I want my child to be a fan of Kinjo. I love Kinjo. Kinjo is absolutely off of his rocker, and I enjoy it. Kanade is also, but I don't know. I think Kinjo with this whole trying to shoot himself thing in the face, like, that shocked me beyond anything. No, I said I'm not the culprit. I mean, Kanade still has time to, like, you know, impress me. Like, do it, Kanade. After that, well, you all know the drill, right? She had the corpse that came back to us. Yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead and tell us, Tibuki. I pretended to join our investigation and carries the corpse from the park to the ghost house once Sora leaves this place. This was around 9:42. Since the last time she used the ghost house gate, she used Setsuka's handbook. She uses her own handbook to enter the ghost house. Kanade, this is too much. That way, she would have created an ID from around 1750 without an out record. Also, from here on out, speed is the key. As such, since it'll be difficult to use Setsuka's handbook, so she would have used her own handbook for convenience. Wait, what? You've a Setsuka fan daughter? Oh no, wait, but I love Setsuka so far. What are we gonna find out? This is why I told you before that Iraha would have used her own handbook first. After entering, Iroha prepares the final step to her plan. She puts the body parts on the altar, uses the blood packs to create a bloody mess, and hides behind the sliding screen near the entrance. After the body announcement, she pretends like she just entered the place and voila! From corpse moving to false alibi, to false evidence, she did it all herself. You hate Setsuka, she feels like a Mary Sue, that's all? Oh, okay. Iroha? No. I told you I'm not the culprit. Yeah, if seeing Hibiki entering the ghost house was a lie. The hairpin. How can you explain the hairpin from the ghost house? You obviously just stole that from beforehand. Sister was clearly not herself after the motive reveal yesterday night. Even a toddler would have been able to take it from her. When did I ever have a chance to steal that? You were the one who told us that Hibiki refused to come out of her room this morning. That was this morning. I have no idea of where she was and what she did afterwards. I only met her again after we found the corpse. Or do you have any proof that you didn't meet my sister during that time? Eden's Garden? The next chapter of Eden's Garden, I believe, comes out I think they said between October and December, which I know is a big jump of time period, but it's a date almost. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be I think chapter 1, yeah. Well, that I can't I'm not trying to blame you or anything, but didn't you arrive late after the body announcement? The body was found in Block A, yet you arrived even later than Yoriko and Nikkei, who are in Block C. Why is that, I wonder? Yuki, no, not you too. But that's because I was the only one who didn't receive Setsuka's message. You told me later you received a weird message, right? Yoriko's heading towards the ghost house anyways because of that message. I was like, yeah, Jet. Jet's cool. I like Jet and I like Kai so far. That is true, but based on our observations so far, that message was sent by the culprit as well, right? Huh? Well, sure. All messages from Setsuka today was sent by the culprit. That is all the more reason that the culprit needed to carry Setsuka's hand at all times. As I said before, the only person capable of easily transporting Setsuka's hands is Iroha. Well, this is... No, Teria, not you too! So, Iroha really did? Shobai, I want to know your thoughts on this. Her theory itself has no contradictions, but the fact that the bubblehead girl thought of a trick this high-leveled, that itself is considered a contradiction, really. He's right! How could someone as stupid as me think of a murder this complicated? Chapter 1, Artist Skydiver. 2, Influencer Fencer. Vocalist, Cards Player and Baker. Cheerleader and Vet. Scientist, Poet, and Boxer. Nice! I would really love it, I don't know. Ultimate Ice Skater seems like such a cool concept. I really kind of want to see what that would look like. Oh my god, Iroha. Baby. He's right. How could someone as stupid as me think of a murder this complicated? You're saying that about yourself? Well, she could have been acting all this time. A wolf in sheep's clothing, if you will. That's not true. I'm innocent. Believe me. If you claim that you're not the culprit, then where's your rebuttal? This is literally the same situation that we put my little sis in. Tell me, what's the difference between you going on about your innocence without any logic to back it up, and sis is bawling her eyes out? Also, sorry for all the coughing still. Oh my god, that face. Illogical nonsense. How was Shobai clear suspicion? I don't remember what Shobai said. I don't know. You're asking to be executed. Yeah. It seems like Iroha's backed in a corner. Is she really the culprit? Kanade and Shobai did most of the reasoning, and there doesn't seem to be any contradictions. Then I guess they're right. Sora! Silence from both the attacking team and the defenders. Have you come to a conclusion? I'm sure you're all aware since this is a third-class trial, but you cannot take back your decision. Now then, everyone, vote for the culprit with the switch in front of you. Will that answer be the truth or not? Now vote. Yeah, objection. Thank you, Mikado. What? Interrupting the voting again. What is it, Mikado? It's because I'm disappointed in Sora sometimes. I'm like, no, you're my serious smart one. Help me out. Don't fall for obvious traps. Something was bothering me this whole time, and I finally know what that is. I'm not trying to side with Iraha, but I saw something back then. What? Saw what? According to Kanade's theory, Iraha should have dismembered the corpse between 9:54 and 12:54. Correct? But I saw Iraha goofing around painting her pictures near the harbor around 11. Huh? Oh, is he lying to help us out? I think he's lying. He's so lying. Oh no, maybe he's not lying. Oh yeah, I was drawing pictures at the port at that time. Wait, why weren't you investigating? Well, I thought it would raise my spirits. That isn't the important part. If Iraha was at the port at the time, then that means Kanade's theory is completely wrong. Mikado, I take back every bad thing I said about you. Thank you for helping me. I most certainly didn't do it for you. Now that it's come to this, we're back to square one once again. My, what a troublesome situation. Wait, can we even believe this guy? What's wrong, bro? I mean, how can we tell if it's true or not when it's Mikado of all people? Mikado has always meddled with us, so this time, he might be trying to stop us from getting the answer right. Excuse me? Why would I lie if not getting the answer right also costs my life? How should I know? Maybe you're behind all this and did to survive on your own. After all, you're the one who gave us those motive videos, right? Shinji's right. You're seriously saying that after all you've done so far? What makes you think you have the right to speak? There are two unknown voids right now. The known ones are Mikado, Emma, and Hajime. So I have... Well, wait. Do we not think Setsuka's a void? Setsuka's acting pretty void-like, right? So I think it would be Setsuka and I want to say Sora. Just because we don't remember who we are, so maybe we forgot we're a void. But yeah, I've also... In the beginning I said Nikkei. Pardon, sorry. Don't speak such nonsense. Iraha was definitely at the pool at the time. I'm sorry, but I also can't believe his words that easily. If it wasn't for his testimony, Kanade's theory is perfect. It's not. But he doesn't gain anything by lying out of this. If it was anyone else, Shobai even, I would have at least tried to believe it, but Mikado? Am I that untrustworthy? Yeah, duh! You're the mastermind for crying out loud. Yeah, Nikkei is covering his eyes, but I feel like it could be too obvious. I don't know. Or maybe because I just don't like him that much right now. Because he won't give me his skills so I can find people easier. Technically speaking, you're the reason we're doing this class trial in the first place. Just this once, please believe Mikado. No, believe in me. I'm really innocent. I'd rather place my trust in dog's droppings than on him. How cruel of you all. At least take this seriously. Is Iraha really the culprit? Iraha does seem like she's telling the truth. Of course, it could be her acting. Mikado is saying that he saw Iraha in the morning. I should think of something as well. Think of any information regarding Iraha. That could be the missing key to solving whether or not Iraha's the Blackened. Okay, gotta do something. What am I doing? Oh! Hey, I'm playing the spaceship game! Yay! Well, I think he's less protecting her and more protecting his own life. He's like, well, this game can't end this quickly. It's only chapter 3. She's in a little spaceship. Do 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 do. Oh yeah, I believe in art, girl. Okay. Before the parade, when was the last time we met Iraha? Oh my goodness, I guessed that. I'm surprised I got that right. I was like, I totally was keeping track on when I was talking to her last. I will look at, oh, nah! Darn it. I looked at chat for like 1 second. I'm like, yeah, I'll look at chat in 1 second. And then I get hit. Oop. Oop. Ah. Okay. It's fine. We're fine. What did we do with Iraha during... What? Wait, what did we do? Did we talk about mangas? I feel like we talked about mangas. No, we didn't! Whatever the bottom one was. Oops. 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 Man, they really think I paid that much attention. And, you know, the fact that it was like 2 weeks ago. Ah, I did it again, no! Wait, that killed me? But I have my shields all... Okay, fine, that's fine, that's fine. I do like how everyone's like just waiting for me to answer, and I'm just like, having a little space adventure in my brain. Like less embarrassing than Shuichi, you know. We do that. This little pickup thing, hitting people with this car. Red boxes are insta kill. Okay, got it. We drank her coffee, I guess. Okay, final stage. Let's do it. Do. Yeah, Yuki didn't have a level like this, right? For the last game? I'm like, what was Yuki's weird thing that he did? Like, was it... What happened if we drank her coffee? Oh, right! We got unconscious! You were sleepy. How can you not remember that? I forget things very, very easily. You're right, and I did mention because I liked the... Ah! Alright, let's save that. Alright, wait, everyone! What is this, Sora? This just came to me, and does have anything to do with Mikado. But Iraha may not be the culprit. Aw, Sora, thank you. What? What's up with you? Actually, something very suspicious happened this morning. After breakfast, I was going to start my investigation when a sudden wave of irresistible sleep came over me. Did I see your chapter 1 killer deaths? Let me scroll up real quick. Arc girl stabbed. And then Skydar being dropped from a 10-story building. Jeez! Dude, that is violent! Very fitting for Danganronpa. I remember about the reason why I was late for the parade, remember? Oh, I do. You suddenly felt sleepy, and when you woke up, it was evening, right? I like that Kande's face has stayed the same this whole time. But it's not like you're awake all night, right? And you slept through all afternoon, even when you drank coffee for breakfast. That's exactly it. I thought Iroha wasn't drinking her coffee during breakfast. I thought it was a waste, and naturally being a fan of coffee, I drank her coffee instead. I was okay up until then, but after that, I felt incredibly sleepy, as if I was drugged. It was an unnatural wave of sleep. Huh? So, what are you trying to say? Someone drugged the coffee with sleeping pills? Yes, exactly. What? Now listen carefully. The coffee that I drank was meant for Iroha, right? What would have happened if Iroha had instead drank the coffee? Well, Iroha would have slept till evening. Then, that would mean that Iroha wouldn't have any alibi from morning till evening, correct? Huh? Wait, so someone tried to use sleeping drugs to prevent Iroha from having an alibi? Huh? Sorry for interrupting this, but was there anything like sleeping drugs on the island? Yeah, Logan, go ahead and post it in the chat. There are some at the pharmacy section of the mart. I always check all the items there, but I didn't notice a difference in number. Did you open the packages and check the inside? Your ultimates are up? So you have therapist, exorcist, mythologist, astrologist, DJ, question mark, luck, paintball pro, inventor, baker, voice actor, palmologist? I'm about to Google because I don't know what a palmologist is. Streamer, kickboxer, journalist, strategist, theologist, game dev. Ooh. I think my favorite of yours would probably be either the paintball pro or the kickboxer. Well, well, I can't. It would take forever if I did that every day. For a cup of coffee, 1 pill should be enough. They probably didn't even need the whole package. Anyways, let me get this straight. You drank a cup of coffee that was drugged with sleeping pills. Thursday you said you finished chapter 4? You didn't, you just tired that day and you just meant you finished the murder plan? Oh, okay. I mean, I still, the big chunk of the chapter is, the murder plan. But why would someone prevent Iroha from having an alibi? What do they get? Nikkei, you dumb butt. Why would they make someone not have an alibi? To blame them for murder. Well, wait, I know. There's someone who would benefit from all this. Someone who's trying to frame her by preventing any alibis. Right. If Iroha's the culprit, it doesn't make sense that the coffee she was trying to drink was drugged. Iroha's not the culprit. The culprit was the person who was trying to make Iroha drink that coffee. Wait, if Sora drank the coffee that was originally meant for her, then Iroha being outside during morning was something unexpected, even for the culprit, right? That's right. So Mikado's account of seeing Iroha around 11 is something entirely possible. How can you not believe me? I'm so disappointed in all of you. Hold on, if Iroha's not the culprit, then the real Blackened is... It's something that just came to me. But if we use this info and reverse the thought process, we could easily track down the culprit. The culprit's identity. The culprit is someone who had drugged Iroha's coffee. The culprit is trying to frame Iroha by erasing her alibi. Someone who's trying to frame her just now. Yay, we're finally gonna get to this part where we're gonna accuse, the terrifying looking one. Like, how do we look at this face and go, this girl's clearly innocent? Chapter 2. Influencer gets stabbed by putting up in a tree. And a spear impaling them? Ow, jeez. Man, your group definitely just has this like trauma island. The culprit was someone who was pressing on Iroha just until now. Kanade, it's you. Wait, hold on. I thought little sis explained to us how she couldn't be the culprit. I'm grateful you proved my innocence, but Iroha, shut up and listen to our job, okay? But that being said, Kanade did act weird during breakfast. Usually she would have chased after her sis right away when Hibiki left. But did she hesitate a bit? Sis? Okay, flashback. Oh, Setsuka, hey. She reluctantly followed when Setsuka told her to. I assume that is to make sure Iroha drank her coffee or not. Unfortunately, unbeknownst to Kanade, it was Sora who actually drank the coffee. If Kanade really is the culprit, considering her personality, she would have made sure that Iroha did in fact drink the sleeping pills. But how is that impossible? Just how unlucky can you get? Well, aren't all matters like that? Something that shouldn't have happened somehow did, while something that doesn't happen at all. Did I see? Yeah, you had the, oh my god, the influencer stabbing up in the tree thing and the sphere. Like, jeez. What? Shobai and now you? What is with you people and trying to frame me as a culprit? I said Kanada instead of Kanade? Oops. I shared my theory, showed you the contradictions, and through my reasoning proved that Iroha is the culprit. Just how much rebuttal would it take for you to be satisfied? But Sora has a point. If she had fallen asleep with that drug, she would be confirmed as the culprit without a doubt. Do we really have to take the long way? Alright, fine. I'll show you. First, the fact that the coffee was drugged is a stretch. It's not like I was the one who prepared the meal. How could I have drugged the coffee that Mikado had prepared? It's not impossible. Teria would know just how quickly Mikado prepares our meals. Yeah, Sora and I arrived early in the morning for breakfast a few days ago. And the meal was prepared even before the morning announcement. Oh yes, I do. You know what they say, the early chef dominates the culinary world. I prepare the food way in advance before you even wake up. You heard him. So, if you just arrive at the diner before everyone else wakes up, you have ample time to drug her coffee. But you wouldn't really know where she sits, would you? That probably isn't the case because I usually sit in the same place. Oh, they're brutal, Tibuki. They are super brutal. Like dang, I would be so sad playing through your Fangame there. In fact, most of us usually sit in the same place every morning, don't we? True, unless the seat owners died or someone sat there instead, that was usually it. After hearing what you have a lot to say, things start to make sense. The 3 hours of space between 9:54 and 12:54. That time was deliberately left blank by that girl to frame Bubblehead. So that she can say it was time Bubblehead spent on dismemberment. Okay, and you put up yours? Okay, so you have Sleeper, Construction, Ultimate Sleeper. Huh, okay. Construction Worker, Pyromaniac, Alcoholic, Robot Builder, Hitman, Chess Master, Sculptor, Lunch Lady, Game Dev, Professional Eater. Okay, hold on. But if your Professional Eater is the Blackened, it would be so messed up, but I really want to see that execution. Because, you know, Monica would absolutely force feed them to death or something like that. A Mime, AI, Plastic Surgeon, Craftsman, and the Raffle Winner. Okay, Mime's also really funny too. I like Mime. Dildo sleeper's just you. But just how lucky can you get? The bubble head was actually seen by Mikado. By the irony of fate. Didn't Iraha just mention it was Kanade who was assigned to look around the park near the ghost house? Come to think of it, perhaps it was also something she did in advance to frame Iraha. That's not all. Iraha wasn't invited to the chat room that was created from Setsuka's handbook. They probably separately told Iraha to come to the Mirror Mansion so that Iraha could see Hibiki entering the ghost house. And later claimed that Iraha was lying, making everyone suspect her. Yeah, I told ya. The culprit's Kanade. Obviously the bubblehead can't come up with a trick at this level. It'd be so funny if she's actually the real mastermind at the end. He's making fun of me, isn't he? Hold on, this trial's a bit tough. The culprit keeps changing. I don't know who's telling the truth or not. One thing for sure. Sora consuming the sleeping pills and Mikado witnessing Iraha can't be coincidences. And the one who orchestrated that was Kanade. So Kanade is really the culprit? Kanade? Kanade? Okay. Yep, alright, sure. What? It seems that you all used your collective 3 brain cells to reach a conclusion. As you said, I don't have any logical rebuttal against this. As all of this is just a presumption, I have no evidence against this, yes? But being the generous and merciful, I will go over your stupid delusions. Suppose I did drug her coffee. That face. That Kokichi face. Then, how we go back to when Shobai was suspecting me as the culprit, yes? Yes. Try to deduce things under the proposition that I'm the culprit, okay? Just how did I murder Setsuka? Quite an unsolvable mystery, yes? Oh, and now she has no eyes. Yes. Why isn't anyone answering? Yes. Yes, come on, answer me. Yes. Oh boy. That face. That face. That's all I can say is that face. I, who cannot carry the hands. I, who cannot hide the corpse near the ghost house. I, who was with you all throughout the entire parade. Explain to me how the hell did I manage to kill Setsuka despite all these alibis and move the damn corpse? Anyone? Yes? Shobai, Sora, Yuki, anyone? Come on. Yeah, I would just say she's a culprit just so she get executed because I don't want to see this face anymore. Kanade, you're scaring me. Oh, my dear sis. Relax. There's no way I'm the culprit. You're not the culprit either. We're completely innocent. There's nothing to worry about. I'll solve everything for you. I will. Nobody spoke another word. Was it because we were intimidated by the sheer insanity of Kanade? Here's a quick summary of my first murder plan. The culprit makes a fake death by getting a sleeper and putting blood around her, then burning the victim alive on a stove or other to frame the pyromaniac. Or have the ultimate eater be eaten alive by animal? Oh god. Yeah, that's also really good. We're changing your story for you. We're like, no, you have to make the ultimate eater of the blackened. They're gonna have the coolest death ever. But imagine the ultimate eater is forced to eat flesh and human body parts. This poor character, you may have made them like the sweetest, most like innocent person ever. We're like, oh no. We want them to suffer and get murdered. Partly that, but Kanade wasn't just raging upon us without any logic. It was completely different from the breakdowns of all the other culprits. There were simply too many contradictions to point her as the culprit. Even if she really was the culprit, her defense against the truth was too hard for us to break. My, cat got your tongue? Everyone try to focus. Maybe we've all missed some sort of clue. I don't want to die just as much as you guys. Let's start this over again. Tibuki, you have so much stabbings. Jeez. Had her right arm broken, stabbed in the stomach, stabbed in the head. Baker forced to serve people, which they have a... call it. Dang. Now, let's put our heads together on this. It's impossible. There are too many contradictions if we assume Kanade is the culprit. Maybe Kanade isn't the culprit, and of course, me too. Wait, but what's the deal with the sleeping pills? If Kanade wasn't the one who drugged the coffee, then who was it? I don't think it's possible that Sora could have lied about it. See, and here I go again, not liking Nikke because he's throwing me under the bus? Excuse me? We only have Sora's words to back it up, right? But if Sora's lying, then there goes my account's credibility again. As if you had any credibility to begin with. But that isn't the only thing that made Kanade suspicious. Not to mention that Kanade didn't outright deny the fact about the sleeping pills. I have no idea what's going on and who's right or wrong. Shobai, do you have any ideas? The vibe of this chat really fits the vibe of this chat. It is a very murderous, murderous chat going on right now. I love it. So I love Danganronpa. You know, I suggest you can sit in these chats and get ideas for your little fan story. Do it! Do it! Yeah. And I swear next week I'll be less sick. I swear. I thought you saw me as shit. Now you're running back to me because you're all out of ideas? One day you might get the confidence to actually post a video or comic or something? Oh, that'd be... yeah. That'd be cool. I really want to see that. That'd be nice. Like I said, I will one day sketch out all my little fan characters too. One day. It's on my list of things to draw. You just watched Saw 1 and 2 to prepare for the execution. To prepare for this execution? It reminds you of Saw 1 or 2? Because I've seen those movies. I know how, like, everyone dies in those movies. It doesn't come close to Pool Lady's unused Oh my god. Now I really, really gotta watch this. I'm going to watch it at the end. When I finish the game, I'm going to watch all the unused executions. Or at least read them if there's not anything animated for them. Oh, well, the main problem is how the culprit was able to move the corpse to the ghost house. If we think about the whole timeline, the concept of hiding the corpse in Block A is entirely impossible. Still, they must have used the monorails, but we've missed something here. Something. Oh, I got it. I know the culprit. It's No, Iraha, art girl. No, you can't use magic. He keeps talking about the school rules preventing him from using his magic, but who knows that rule is actually fake? Yet, and Pool Lace is very bad. Oh no. Mikado, I love you. Iraha, might I kindly ask, what the actual fuck? Or maybe there was a secret passage that they used to transport the corpse. Iraha, please shut up, okay? Oh yeah, I've used I think I have a folder of like 74 images from Pit Crew on my phone of like general ideas of what my characters would look like. Don't lose your focus, Iraha. That's not a theory. That's just your delusions. But I can understand where she's coming from. There really is no logical way that this could have happened. Teleport it inside? The Satsuki dolls. I think we're finally going to use that idea. Secret passageway? The ghost house was shaped like... Oh my god, is it an octagon? The ghost house was an octagon, guys! Shobai? I got it! There's a way. There's a way that Kanade can move the corpse. Wait, really? What is it? The problem is solved if you can move the corpse inside the ghost house without using the gates. And there's one passageway in the ghost house that matches this condition. And where's that? Did I see the baker's execution? Oh, I missed the second half here. They were stabbed in the stomach crying, then dropped into a new place, then turned into a human cake? The whole family... Ah! Dang. Tuki, like, is it gonna keep getting more and more messed up the entire time? Because dang, that's messed up. A passageway in the ghost house that connects to the outside other than the gates? Yeah, perhaps. There is that one thing inside the ghost house, if we could pinpoint that. Wait. Oh, the fireplace. Yeah? A chimney? What? Shobai, are you perhaps referring to the chimney? There's a fireplace at the ghost house. If there's a fireplace, then that means that there was a chimney that connects to it on the outside. Yeah, bingo. Okay, not what I was thinking, but okay. If you throw the corpse through the chimney, the corpse wouldn't get thrown down to the fireplace. If the fire was put out, it wouldn't stand out, and it would be near the altar as well. The chimney? You're kidding me, right? I was like, I know, like, so Santa's the murderer. What an astounding turn of events. By throwing the corpse in through the chimney during the parade, you don't have to hide them beforehand. You can enter empty-handed at 9:42 after the white-haired girl leaves the ghost house. The corpse is already in the fireplace, so you just have to move them to the altar and flood the place with the blood packs. Kanade clan? Yeah, but imagine you just like, you wake up, you're a little kid, you wake up in the middle of the night, you think you're Santa, and you go down and you see her face making that terrifying face, you're like, no thank you. I don't want whatever presents you're gonna give me. Just in case, did you search the fireplace when you were investigating the ghost house? No, I didn't think that Setsuka was dead at the time. So I investigated places that a living human being could naturally be in. Not to mention that it was especially dark near the fireplace. Alright, so no contradictions there. How's this? Twins? A new challenge for you. Let's see you sing and dance around this one. Wait, no! Why do I have more than one thing? It's okay, it's a plastic bag. The culprit threw the corpse inside the chimney. But is it actually possible? Nope, it's absolute nonsense. There weren't any clues left in the fire. That's not true. Okay, cool. See, I do pay attention occasionally. Wait a second, about that fireplace. There's a suspicious black plastic bag near that fireplace. I'm not sure what that could be, but I'm positive that it wasn't there from the start. Just refute, Nikkei. Nikkei, don't talk. I object. Plastic bags in the fireplace? What's the deal with that? If we deduce it was based on Shobai's theory, that bag would probably be the one that contains the body parts. Eek! The fireplace is always lit, at least until the culprit turned it off. If that bag was there before, it would have been long burnt away. So the bag was put there after the fire was put off. In other words, the day of the crime. There's other evidence that they threw the corpse through the chimney. The ghost house is pretty high, is higher than what you think. if the corpse fell through at that high of a height. Super high school level mime would probably be crushed by invisible. Oh, I like that idea. But you would see all that, and that's totally gory, but that's great. But I like that idea. Or if the mime had execution, it would probably be like Pekka's, where she's controlled by Monokuma and then wacky hijinks happen. Okay, but also, as much as I love this idea of a mime, I would kind of be embarrassed to get murdered by a mime. I don't know why, I just feel like I would. I'm like, oh man, there's like a hitman, and all these other like cool things, and the mime murdered me. Like, I'd be embarrassed as the dead person. There must be some traces left on the body. Traces on the body? If the culprit threw the corpse onto a place that high... Oh, the bruises! The corpse would definitely have some traces of it. And that evidence is... right here. It has multiple bruises. Wait, oh. Fine, not the file. This is bruises. Oh, bruised corpse. There we go. You're talking about the bruises on the corpse, right, Shobai? Yeah, you bet. Bruises? While Setsuka's body was cut into pieces, each piece has some trace of bruises. It even said so in the monochrome file. You have a random question? Ask away! If the body fell straight to the roof like Shobai said, it'd be natural that there are a few broken bones here and there. Conversely, there'd be no explanation for those bruises if it didn't fall through the chimney. The murder weapon was something sharp, so it's highly unlikely that those bruises would have occurred otherwise. What nonsense are you on about? The chimney? You guys said it yourself. The ghost house is pretty tall. Considering the inclination of the building, it'd be impossible to climb up the damn thing. Let's see. Or force the mime to go through an invisible maze all the way to the end where he falls to his death. Oh, I like that, because it's like Kurumi's where, you know, she thinks she's succeeding, like, oh, I got to the end of the maze, and then, you know, it's like, nope, dead. If I were to be executed, what do you think it would be like? Okay, so I actually did plot that out. Because my death would definitely be barista, like coffee maker themed. And I would totally have like a cafe of Monokumas like running like a little like coffee cafe thing, whatever. But it's like giant and I'd be like all little in there. And they would totally blend me into like a frappuccino or something. Like, it would suck. I don't want that, obviously, to ever happen to me. Obviously. But that would totally be mine. So, how does someone manage that? I honestly have to agree. After all, the ghost house is the tallest building out of everything in Block A. There's no other place taller than the ghost house. And how do you manage to throw something onto the top of it? There is one place you can reach higher than on the ghost house. Oh, that one ride thing. What? Someplace aforementioned in my theory. The monorail, never mind. Here I was thinking like, she took the darts with the body pieces and chucked them. The monorail. The monorails go right past up the ghost house roof. Are you seriously suggesting that they threw the corpse while riding the monorails? No, I'm not suggesting it. It's the only possible way. I'm sorry, but this isn't a fantasy world. Or would you like me to get you incarnated into another world? Yeah, about that. I have someone otherworldly right next to me. I'm not a fantasy creature. Treating me such a cruel and sensitive act that ignores everything I've done so far. Not to be that guy here, but I also think it's impossible. The monorail's pretty slow, granted. But it's still a moving device. If they miss the shot, all would go to waste. Why would they risk that kind of shot on a moving platform? Throw the corpse in the chimney while the monorail goes past it? Is that truly possible for a human being? And a high schooler of all people? If there's any proof this is possible for Kanade, then Shobai's theory would be basically confirmed. What's your call? Alright, darts game, but before we do that, let me check all... I see a lot happened. Let's see. Axel execution for Paintball Boy as he strapped to a giant metal ball and shot at a concrete wall cannon over and over. Ouch. Yeah, and paintballs hurt. I mean, obviously getting shot to death would also hurt, but geez. Alright, cheerleader blinded with bleach. Okay, then froze to death. The ultimate vet is dropped around a bad having stabbed equipments for... He has a dog collar with a shock on him. You don't know what your rose would be like, but because you don't have a job right now, but you work in an ice cream parlor, so maybe an ice cream parlor. Imagining FTEs with a mime. That would be so funny. You create an execution for Kokichi. Alright, I mean, the flashgram, it should just be the darts, right? Dart game, or the dart game, or something like that. I didn't mean to click explain the game. Oh, what? Okay. Oh wait, we just matched the things, right? Man, I took off the thing. No, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. I meant that matches with that one. Oh, but I need to go in the right. Totally know what this word is. Key. ID. Bye. RK. B. Bye. Okay, okay. What is the... Okay, they'll show it to me again. Okay. PI's there, HI's there, KI's there. No. Hi. Oh, Hibiki! So back to... No, oops, one over. Hibiki's... Remma... Nope, that's HA. RK? Remark! Okay, it's Hibiki's remarks. I need to find RK. So find RK. Got it. Hibiki's remark. I don't know why I was trying to think like, oh man, it's not translated to English. Let me figure out what it is. I got it. With the 55. That's failing. Hibiki's bye. Imagine that's her outlook. It's like, okay, think. What can prove that Hibiki can aim so good? And we just yell, Hibiki's bye. Did I see your chapter 4 desk? Did I not read out your chapter 4 desk? Yeah, I read your chapter 4. Yeah, because you had the vet. Oh yeah, there's proof. It might have been possible to throw the corpse into the chimney for Kanade. Oh, what, really? Hibiki? Hibiki, listen to me. Huh? What? You told me on the first day of the third island at the casino, remember? That Kanade's accuracy is impeccable. She always hits her target. That one time, she even scored a goal from the school rooftop onto the sports ground basketball rim. I don't remember coffee, and I talked all about coffee, but I remember the 3 seconds of this. Is that even... her face. Is that even possible? Wait, if it is... Yes, throwing a corpse into the chimney while on a monorail should be a piece of cake for her. I knew Kanade had such an ability. Is that really true, Hibiki? Well, it's true. Kanade is always... Shut up, Hibiki! Ah! You should have just kept quiet. What are you getting flustered for? Your reaction just gave credibility to what your sister said. Come to think of it, Kanade looked a little flustered with that remark. At that time, I thought it was because she couldn't keep up with Hibiki's pace. But thinking back now, she might have already thought of this plan way back then. Oh, way back then? That was a few days ago. So she was already planning to murder someone even then? That would mean that Kanade thought of this trick as soon as she understood the structure of Satsuki Land. Give Kokichi his face. Well, I mean, Kokichi splat. He doesn't need a face anymore, right? Aren't you the scary type? If that's true, then it's actually possible for Kanade to commit the murder. Actually, the only one with those abilities among us is Kanade. So the murder would be impossible for anyone other than her. Huh? Stupid sis. Well, sure, I'll let that pass. It doesn't really matter anyway. Even if I use that method to move the corpse inside the ghost house. The monorail was active during 18 to 19. The only possible time the culprit... That was the only possible time for the culprit to throw the corpse. But have you forgotten? The time is when the parade was going on. Yeah, that's right, come to think of it. Kanade watched the parade with us. Hitman execution. He's standing in a crowded room filled with people he killed in his career. He sees all the weapons he used on them. And he looks up and there's... Aww. You know what that kind of reminds me of in Metal Gear Solid 3, which is getting a remake, by the way, I'm so excited, where you go down the River of Sorrow with the Sorrow, whatever, and you actually see like all the ghosts and corpses of like the people you've killed. And I really like that idea. I'm just like, oh man, here's everyone you murdered. Sucks, right? So, it wouldn't make any sense for her to also be on the monorail throwing corpses at the time. We ourselves are the witnesses. Wait, this means that we're stuck again? Did Shobai make another mistake? Wait, but Little Miss System denied the chimney theory. To be honest, the reaction she showed wasn't something from a totally innocent person. I'm not the culprit. I just don't feel the need to object every single detail. I have an alibi after all. It seems we've hit yet another roadblock. Huh? If you're gonna act like that, two can play that game. Everything would make sense if she was able to ride the monorail at the time, right? I told you, I was watching the parade. The others there are all witnesses. But was that really you? Oh yeah! They do switch! Yes! What do you mean? Ah, you stupid shits. You got fooled once last time. This is literally the same trick, dickheads. Last time? You mean when Emma disguised herself as Kokoro? That's right, Bubblehead. You gotta make a Fumi execution? I'll say, like... Because... you would have, like, a fan art execution type thing? That's funny. Don't you all get it by now? Recall who I suspected as an accomplice when Kanade. It can't be. Hibiki disguised herself as Kanade? What? No, wait. It isn't entirely impossible. It actually makes sense. Hibiki and Kanade are identical twins. A bit of disguise and no one would be able to tell them apart. Hibiki doesn't have an alibi today, so she was disguised as Kanade. Then the person without an alibi throughout today was actually Kanade. We should double check just in case. Has anyone seen Hibiki even once after morning? Nobody? I hope they aren't just ignoring me this time. The case had already started this morning. Of course no one has seen them. They basically switched their alibis through disguise. The first time we saw Kanade after breakfast was during the parade. So the Kanade we met there was probably Hibiki. The real Kanade was riding the monorails moving the corpse. Admit it, Kanade. You're not just some ordinary high schooler. You're smart, you're cunning, you're careful. Even more so than me. Beats me why such a talented girl's in a band for some reason. Yoroko must be so happy. Right? There was like, oh good, the creepy one's finally gone. But you let your guard down, and you know, maybe Yoriko's not getting blamed for things. Sure, you put up a pretty high wall, but you left some holes here and there. Well, my turn is over. It's yours now. Any rebuttals? I haven't had a battle like that in ages. It was honestly a bit of fun. Though, it hurts my pride that I had to get some help from the likes of you along the way. So you're admitting that? I thought you would try and take all the credit. I told you. I'm a calculative guy. We all die a happy death, and if I make a mistake while I stubbornly press on with my theory, it's much more efficient to give up your pride and put your brains together in some cases. Plastic surgeon execution. She's on a bed strapped down, and Monokuma walks in with a scalpel and other things. He puts a blanket over her and works on her for a small bit. Monokuma pulls out the blanket, a bunch of sores and over. She just dies because, yeah, ouch, jeez. Have you seen the music video for Mrs. Potato Head by Melanie Martinez? Because there's a scene where they show this girl getting plastic surgery by like, these giant bunny creatures. And it's terrifying. Like, I look away from that scene all the time. Cause, like, I love the song, but seeing the plastic surgery parts are like, it's too squeamish. I'm too squeamish. I think you'd be on the same wavelength as us. I think it's the first time you've spoken this much. But it doesn't change the fact that you're all hopeless until they took over the stage. You had to rub it in. Okay, hold on. Chapter 5. Scientists had an acid poet hung with their neck broken. Boxer being punched and kicked while she also has to fight for her life while she gets punched in the air, then punched in the stomach. Burn out. Jeez. Nice. Okay. Alright. Kanade seems thoroughly mad at me now. Let's do this. Kanade? So, let me get this straight. The one watching the parade was actually Sis, and I was the one actually on the monorails, yes? And while the monorail went past the ghost house, I threw the corpse into the chimney. Congratulations, you've gotten every single thing wrong. Another rebuttal? Please, could you give me a break? You're definitely the culprit here. If you lack the brains to think, then don't talk at all. People like you are the reason the term trash journalism exists. What did you just? Finally, someone knows how to put up a real fight. Come at me. Now, I'm going to start with the throwing corpse part and go through everything from there. Setsuka's dismembered body consists of the head, the torso, each hand, arm, legs, and feet. So 10 pieces altogether. Now, here's a simple question. How many times does the monorail go past the ghost house during its 1-hour run? What? You're not seriously suggesting that I threw all 10 pieces out at once in one go, are you? The monorail is quite slow, but it's still as fast as a speeding bike. To summarize it, you can only throw one piece at a time each time you go past the ghost house, and how would you know? Unless you tried it at least once. Huh? According to Shobai's theory, the culprit starts at block C to ride to one heading to block A, right? They throw their first piece here, and after 15 minutes, where it takes a round trip, they throw the next one. They throw each piece at each round trip at the 30, 45, and 60-minute mark. Wait, who would have guessed it? Our precious hour is already passed with 4 round trips. And the monorail isn't active for the next hour. What do we do with the remaining 6 pieces? How do we explain this? Well, she definitely makes a point. The idea of throwing a corpse into the chimney is remarkable, but The number of throws needed is far too much. We say ultimate AI and make them completely wrote by ChatGPT and all that. Okay, it'd be really funny though if the AI during all the trials is just like, because they probably still can't get fingers right. You know how like AI art can't do fingers at all? And it's like the victim had 11 fingers. Like, what? No, you dumb robot. What? We have a much bigger problem at hand, really. Throwing the corpse inside the chimney is actually impossible for a different reason. Sure, the legs, arms, and hands and feet are small enough to fit inside the passageway. And the head, well, she had a relatively small head, so let's let that pass. But what about the torso? Do you really think that our torso would be able to fit inside the chimney? I mean, it didn't because we don't have it. Is that not possible? Wait, is her torso stuck in the chimney? Her torso was missing an abdomen, right? Then wouldn't it have to fit without it? You can break the joints to fit any other piece of the body, but you can't do so with the body. Not to mention that her chest area is particularly larger than anyone else's. That part would surely get stuck halfway through. Okay. So you're gonna play that card, eh? Then you can just move the torso separately, you know, through the gates as normal. But how? The reason we're talking about this damn chimney theory is because passing through the gates is practically impossible, remember? If you want to prove this theory, you need to be able to move each and every body part through the chimney. With whatever reasoning we throw at Kanade, she vigorously defends back. If we can't penetrate through this defense, we won't be able to accuse her as the culprit. Alright, you have to go for a bit? Alright, see you soon. Their head was pushed and shoved to acid. Oh, jeez! So their face melted off, and they probably tried to identify the body after. That was probably a difficult part of the trial. As Shobai admitted, he can't win against Kanade alone. Let's think this through together. Okay, what clues do I have left aside from... Oh, there we go! The parade dolls! The torso doesn't fit the chimney. In other words, you need to move the torso a different way. Of course, such a way doesn't exist. You could have taken the torso separately. Visiting the corpses, Hibiki moves to the ghost house with the torso. Impossible, I was just watching the parade then. Even if that was sis in disguise, at least one of us needs to watch that parade. But then, by that logic, who's the person that watched the parade? Hid it somewhere in block A? Okay, maybe? Impossible, you only throw 4 pieces total. There are 6 pieces excluding the torso. Then we're out of any options. There are no other way. That's not true. Nope. There we go. It wasn't difficult. Oh, right. The clothing would, you know, be obvious, huh? Maybe the AI said something dumb, but turns out it was correct. Like the sausage was the murder weapon, and revealed that the hot dog was. Okay, that'd be kind of fun. Wait, isn't that just like? I mean, that's like basically a hero. No, hero's clairvoyance. I guess he does kind of know. But say something so dumb, and you find out like, oh, it's the answer anyway, and just like Togami, like characters getting pissed off that, you know, they found the answer dumb ways. No, Kanade. There was a way to move the torso without throwing it in the chimney. Moreover, by doing so, you could also move the torso from block C to block A without getting caught. Does such a way really exist? Impossible, there's no way. Well, there is, by using the parade dolls. The parade dolls? This was just a spark of an idea, but the dolls move on their own, and they are empty inside. So you put the torso inside the dolls at the storehouse at block C before the parade. The torso will automatically get sent with the parade without gathering any suspicion. Even I'm impressed. I'm not gonna call her that. That feels, not quite right, Shobai. That was what I was gonna say. In addition to what she said, the torso would inevitably arrive at Block A storehouse after the parade. Sasuke's beautiful doll saving us, yay! Which is exactly the place Kanade was supposed to investigate during your search. Oh, so she had a way of retrieving it back. Then the torso was hiding inside the storehouse. And the 6-minute gap between 1936 when Sora left and 1942. She went inside the ghost house during this time to retrieve the torso. Yeah, in addition to that, Hibiki was probably hiding in the storehouse as well. When the white hair gang started to search Block A, that girl headed straight to the storehouse, switched places with the real Kanade. After that, the littler shit confirms that the albino left the ghost house and signals this to her sis using the handbook. And the littler shit, who was standing by the torso in the storehouse, heads straight to the ghost house. Oh my god. Stop it, Shobai. Alright, little one returns to the white hair gang. We previously thought that 6 minutes would be too short of a time to move the corpse between the storehouse and the ghost house. However, that was because we considered moving all the body pieces. If it was just the torso, it would have definitely been possible. Amazing, Sora! You're so wonderful and beautiful, I love you! And so what? As previously mentioned, the monorail only passes through the ghost house 4 times in the span of an hour. We have 5 more body pieces to take care of, even excluding the torso. How do we move this? Well, yeah, about the monorails. You mean 7 times, not 4, you lying little brat. Huh? How come? It takes 15 minutes for a round trip, and the monorail becomes inactive after 1 hour. There are 2 different kinds of monorail, 1 for each direction. To go past the ghost house, you need to take the track between Block A and C. Simply said, if you transfer between the monorails to ride only the track between Block A and C, there's no need for a full round trip. Huh? Wait, how did the order and direction of the monorails go again? Hold on a sec, I wrote them down just in case. Let's see, the robot builder would be freaking out every child trying to fix it. And the mastermind is the mysterious guy who's the ultimate serial killer. Okay, yeah, that would definitely be, a good reason to be a mastermind. He went to Hope's Peak as the ultimate perfect. But she was abused at home, being forced to be perfect in everything she does. Or everything he does. Strategist boy was hung and electrocuted at the same time with plugged into an outlet. Jeez! Ah, here it is. At every hour, the monorail starts, it goes BAC. And 5 minutes later, another monorail takes its departure towards the other direction. Hold on, so if we draw out the timetable. Quit wasting time. Give me that. I'll draw it for you. Now do you get what I mean? No, but okay. The focal point here is starting at 1800. The culprit was standing by with the corpse at the Block C station. When the train headed to Block A at 1810, she rises to Block A. Here she'll pass the ghost house for the first time, and she throws one of the pieces here. 1 down. She arrives at Block A at 1815, yada, yada, yada. If you repeat this process... This class is too smart for me, and I don't like this. Alcoholic execution. He's in a bar, drunk clearly. A bar fight begins, and he's severely injured. He crawls out of the bar, looks to the left, a wave of vodka comes through and burns his wounds. But disinfects it as well, so at least he won't get an infection. He dead, but no infection. He's right. Using this method, you can't go past the ghost house. You can go past the ghost house a total of 7 times. And the last train arrives at Block A at exactly 1900. Perhaps Kanade even took this into account when she chose the crime scene. I see, I made a mistake. So it seems like you'd be able to throw 7 corpse pieces through the chimney. But what difference does it make? Even with the torso carried by the parade dolls, that still leaves 2 remaining body pieces. Quite a mystery, yes? What happened to those 2 pieces? Yes? Just how did I move them? Yes? Answer me! Can't you fit 2 pieces of the torso inside the parade dolls? Right? Like, we're gonna get to the final thing where it says, like, explain everything at the end. It's like, alright, here's pictures of all the gate codes and the monorails. Put them in order. And be like, no thank you, just execute me, please. Even the storehouse is a bit far away. I'm sure 6 minutes is enough to manage 2 additional body pieces. I doubt it. Her torso is quite large and heavy. Sora. Well, what about the small parts, like the hands and feet? They seem pretty possible. Hands? Oh, that's it! The 2 remaining pieces should definitely be the hands. Well, what do you mean? Think about it. Iroha saw Hibiki entering the ghost house between 1755 and 57. That means she used Setsuka's handbook. Which means that she had Setsuka's hand needed to turn the handbook on. So the remaining 2 hands were carried by Miss Older Sis herself? Huh? Hold on, that's right before the parade. Hibiki was disguised as Kanade. She would have had to meet up with us right after, so she wouldn't have time to hide the hands. That means she had the hands with her when she was with us? That's exactly the problem, bro. If she had them, you would definitely have noticed them, I think. Finally, some sensible logic. You're most absolutely right. Even if my sis that was with you during that parade, no one knows the whereabouts of those hands during that time. Do you finally see the contradictions? No, it might not be a contradiction. Basil! Hey! Sora? I have a hunch on where that hand could have been, actually. Sora, perhaps you're under the false impression that you're smart just because you're able to tag along with Shobai's theory. Wow. You're just a disgusting parasite that's always leeching off someone else's ideas and theories. That that sheer arrogance on your face is as if you figure something out on your own. It's disgusting. Astrology Girl's execution has her shot into outer space and ripped apart. Dang. I like to think the pyromaniac is very blameful, as he owns flamethrowers, shotguns, and axes, but he probably won't commit a murder, as he's Pyro from Team Fortress 2. I'll have to break Pyroland in the prologue. Nice. Did I see the B backstory of your ultimate perfect? Backing up. And the first person he ever killed was his teacher, who hated him because he was really smart. His teacher didn't like him because he was smart? It's a really bad teacher. And he turned her whole body into sheets of paper? Dang. Do I want to hear the execution you have for Ultimate Assistant? Yeah, absolutely. I want to hear it. Just gotta be pushed to be perfect, add a little spice. The sheer arrogance in your face, as if you're figuring out something on your own, is disgusting. Would you please stay out of my sight before I throw up at the sight of your disgusting face? No, Kanade. We'll see who's just being arrogant here. This should be Kanade's final line of defense. Break through this and we might be able to end this trial once and for all. Oh! Oh my god, I love this! But also, I had to play this game again. Okay. Oh my god, she has so many! Okay, fine. No. Alright, just remember, during this part, guys, I may not see chat, okay? Because I'm going to die attempting to get these. But I love her little outfit though. No, please shoot. I am not doing so well. But you know, she's not crying like her sister was. I do appreciate that. Okay. Trying to shoot down all her dumb words. Okay, that one hurt. That one hurt, that one hurt! Okay, okay, okay. Okay, alright, part three. Ah, no, you must make it faster over there, okay. Okay, it's fine, we're fine. Alright, so Setsuka's skill helps with this. So next match, I should have her skill. Oh, no. Also, I see in the corner of my eye chat's moving, and like I said, I will get there. Oh my god, no! I'm almost there! I'm almost gonna beat her. About to beat her. Okay. Alright, this is it. Oh gosh. Body shape, using body shape to... No. What on earth was that sentence? What was that sentence? I don't know what that sentence was. Okay. To correct, using hands to correct body shape. Oh, thank goodness. Alright. Now, hold on. Let me go pop over to chat now and see what we had. Because I saw everything kept moving. Why do you turn his teacher into sheets of paper? He cried. Then 5 students came in who he suddenly stabbed into the whole body with silver pencil shards. So he can use the vent. I love my little guys. You know, we should get a server or something. We can lay out our ideas better. Not 200 word messages. Yeah, like I said, once I hit 1,000 subs, I'll probably make a Discord, and we can definitely... I'll make a Fangame Discord area where everyone can talk about their stuff. And make sketches and show off things and stuff like that. He used the vent to keep all the evidence. He started to watch Danganronpa, living on the murder mysteries. So with the assistant, it's revealed she was working for the mastermind and killed to help them, so she's put into a room and has her limbs are attached to a machine, and she has to answer questions about the group and morally great questions about her loyalty to the mastermind. And for each one she gets wrong, it slowly tears up her limbs. Oh, jeez! Like I said, I love how, like, all violent these all are. She has a pen and stuff to answer. I thought she was tired of the limbs. If only Sora brought holy water, she could have finished her off much faster. Alright, save the game. So this ends this, right? Like we can just, like, get Kanade out of here. Her chest. She must have hit... Okay. She must have hidden Setsuka's hands inside her clothes, or should I say on her chest. Her chest? Even if Hibiki looks identical to Kanade, they're not completely the same. Particularly, their body shape is different. The Kanade we saw at the parade was identical to Kanade at the point where it was almost unbelievable that it was actually Hibiki. That make you assume that she probably used some object to correct her body shape. Are you saying that the objects used were Setsuka's hands? Yes. Considering the black plastic bags near the fireplace, they probably used to carry those corpse pieces. If you wrap the hands in multiple plastic bags and hold it inside your clothes, you can not only carry the hands without suspicion, but also correcting your body shape. You could even make a small hole in the bag so that your fingerprints would be exposed. So you can open the handbook just by putting it inside your... So she has hand boobs? Is that what we're trying to say? This is funny. Using this method, you can even freely use Setsuka's handbook to manipulate the ghost house gate records. I see. If she didn't use her hands to correct the size, there must have been some evidence of some other object being used, which there wasn't. But how in the world would you come up with that idea? What Kanade said a while ago gave me an inspiration. She said if you put it in your clothes, it would stick out and cause suspicion, right? But if it was Hibiki using it to disguise as Kanade, it would seem natural. In fact, she actually needed the hands to stick out for the disguise to work. Sora, I must say I'm impressed. But do you have any evidence that my sister had those bloody damn hands on her boobs? If you just simply wrap it in plastic bags, people would notice if you just move a little. Evidence that Hibiki used the hands there? I didn't know some doing investigation, but that item probably was used to... Wait, what? Wait, what? What item? What? The anesthetic? Okay, we have pins. Okay, hold on. Okay, I guess the pins. It's because it's not the antibiotics. Yeah, okay. I do have proof, Kanade. There were pins found near the ghost house, presumably used to fix something in place. I wonder about its existence during the investigation, but now I know exactly why it was there. Those pins were used to hold the hands and the clothes tight by pinning them together. And she threw them away just like that. Girl, are you a genius or an idiot? Make up your mind. That was probably because the older sis needed to quickly undisguise herself before entering the ghost house. Undisguise? I thought Hibiki disguised herself when she was leaving the pool. If the disguise itself was used to carry the hands, why would she suddenly undisguise herself in front of the ghost house? Moron. You have Bubblehead to thank for that. Recall who she was entering the ghost house. Stop calling me Bubblehead. It was definitely Hibiki. I know they're similar, but their hairstyles and hairpins differ after all. For Kanade to make Iroha suspicious, she needed Iroha to witness Hibiki, not Kanade. So she must have thrown the pins there. I don't know anything about that. So when we were watching the parade, we had Setsuka's severed hands right next to us? Bleh. That's horrifying. Kanade, we have not solved all three of the contradictions you have we have now solved all three of the contradictions you have presented. The monorail's time schedule, the transportation of the body, and the carrying of two hands. I believe there aren't any contradictions left. I don't want to continue this trial any longer. We all want this trial to end. Just admit to it already, please. To be honest, you love Kanade. She's so interesting. No, she really, like I said, obviously annoying me because she keeps trying to, she murdered my Setsuka, which, I do not like, but I really do like all the murdery characters who, plot out things. Stupid sis. She ruined it all. Iroha's Patrick. Oh, no. Yeah. I ain't gonna at all deny that. Giving out conclusive testimony, throwing away the pins, I could almost laugh at her stupidity. Alright. Yep, I'm the culprit. So, it really was Kanade? So you finally admit to it, huh? If it was just me, it would have been the perfect crime. But trying to use Sis as an accomplice ended up getting me caught. Hey, don't be disappointed. Have some confidence. You're amazing. Aren't many people that have smarter brains than you, even in my world. I can guarantee you at least that. Do you honestly think that's going to make me feel any better? That aside, I have something to ask of Kanade. From the looks of Hibiki's trial, her memory loss was genuine, right? If Sis didn't have that trait, I wouldn't have even tried to use her as an accomplice. Even without any memory, she's this stupid. You would have an even bigger idiot than her to use my moron of a Sis as an accomplice while she was herself. Wait, how did I say that? Oh, wait, did I say something weird or wrong? But then... never mind. You already admitted to your crimes after all. It hurts me to say this, but I think this is the first time that my crime has ever been exposed. What? Whatever. What does it all matter now? Let's end this now with our votes. Astounding. This class trial was a series of intense battles between you that surpassed any trials from before. As a teacher and the judge, I must say this was very interesting. Well, now that you've reached the answer, it's time to see if that answer is the truth. Nevermore would there be a trial like this, but it's time to reach out to the truth. Now then, vote for the culprit with the switch in front of you. Will that answer be the truth or not? Now. Kanade's the culprit. Right? I'm like, first crime? Like, what? Huh? Wait. Something's wrong. Wait, what do you mean something's wrong? Wait. Everyone, wait a minute. Don't vote yet. Whoa, you startled me, Sora. Ah, not this again. What now? What's the matter, Sora? I was about to push the button. Well, what is the matter indeed? Kanade herself admitted it. The case had been solved. There shouldn't be anything wrong. But what is this feeling? I can't shave off this feeling that I can't let the trial end like this. Like as if some unknown force is behind me. What is this unsettling feeling? Shobai? What? I want to ask you, as the person who almost single-handedly solved this case, are you sure we're going to be fine ending the trial with Kanade as the culprit? What? I have no reasons. I don't even know myself why I'm doing this. But I'm not just saying this. I'm more serious now than ever. Sora, are you alright? You seem a bit weird right now. I don't think Kanade is the culprit. What in tarnation? Huh? Sora, what are you on about? Even I'm confused right now. Well, the thing is... I'm sorry, I don't know what I was on about. Sora, perhaps this long trial's taken a toll on you. You look tired after all. Right, I mean, the case is basically over right now. Please, just once more. We've missed something. I feel like we've missed something very important. But there's literally nothing more to talk about. Although I can't give a reason, please believe me. I beg of you. Even if you say so. No, do what the girl says. Shobai? I thought it was over as well, but there's something left. We need to discuss that something. I mean, for me, you're basically extending my life a bit, so I don't mind. But as a culprit, I don't know what there's left to do. So, see? Is Kanade not the culprit? I don't know, but I shouldn't let the trial end this way. Okay, I'm gonna trust Sosi then. Honestly, I can't grasp the reality of the situation. I don't have any memory of today, Kanade killing Suka. And I helped that? I don't want to believe any of that. So even if I'm terrified, I'm gonna trust Kanade once more. Kanade is my sister after all. Wait. So, did Kanade technically make Hibiki be the one to kill her? So even if Kanade took the body parts and she's the one who, you know, set up on the altar, did Hibiki technically do like whatever the murdering kill part was? For Fangame, I'm making, we all just got our VA. Oh, you have VAs? Oh wow, that is awesome, Basil. You're still working on the sprites and all the arts and script and stuff? That is so cool. Sad part, my dad probably this summer has to make a new account for me to download stuff, Discord and stuff. Wait, seriously, what's going on with this trial? Sora, you know what? I don't know what's going on, but I'm on Sora's side. Yeah, me too. I'm gonna trust Sora. A little more discussion is gonna hurt after all. I'm telling you, it's a waste of time. I honestly can't understand the logic behind all this. I don't know what I've done, nor do I know if it was the right thing to do. But it was as if some force, other than my own conscience, was controlling my actions. I might be troubling everyone with a random thought that had no basis, but still, I can't go against this force. All that's left for me to do is to follow it. Scrum debate. Alright, let's do it. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna put you guys on a BR back screen. I'm going to grab some more water. Okay, that wasn't long. Alright, scrum debate. Da-da-da. Alright, I know how scrum debate works. Let me do the thing. Okay. Wait, who's against me? Iraha, no! She'll stay on my side, art girl. Alright, let's do it. God, Teria is so tall. Or he's also part hat. Discuss. We won't know for sure until we discuss this matter. Oh, that wasn't it? Oops. We solved every trick count this end. Trick. There may be some unsolved tricks left, I believe, in Sora. Okay, this was discuss. Darn. We don't give any theories. We're just gonna discuss more about the case. Third party. Third party, my ass, quit your bullshit. Seeing there's a suspect, culprit. Kane's not the culprit. We must have made a mistake somewhere. Nope. Okay. Wait. Culprit? Kane's not the culprit. Must have made a mistake somewhere. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, we know this one's trick. There may be some unsolved tricks left. I believe in Sora. This was discuss. Alright, this was theory. This is third party. I always love the music for Scrum Debate. And this was suspect. There are no other suspects, however, we can't let the trial end like this, trust me. Okay, and... Yay, B1. So, what are we going to do about this? We should listen to what Sora has to say. You know, she's not the type to do this without any reason. About that, I don't know the reason myself. But we should talk about this more. Then maybe I'll get rid of this unnerving feeling. But the culprit has already been exposed. Is there anything left to talk about? Oh, why don't we have a small chat, like the friends we are? You know why I agreed with that girl? I also felt something was off, though I didn't notice it until she mentioned it. Fun fact, the Japanese VA for Sora is just an edge, but he edited his voice to sound more feminine? Wait, really? Oh, dang. We definitely solved the tricks. The culprit's Kanade. But is that truly all there is to it? It feels like there should be more to this. That kind of feeling. Exactly. I felt that too, like we've missed one last thing. Would you stop sharing that just between yourselves and let us in? Sora, she said she didn't know why she felt like that, but Shobai, do you know the reason why? There are two things I felt suspicious about. First, what happened to the missing abdomen of Setsuka? Second, why did Hibiki help her sister with this whole affair? The missing abdomen and the reason for the cooperation? Let's talk about the first one. I mentioned that the victim's abdomen was missing in my theory a while ago, remember? You said it was because of the difference the wound marks would make based on which hand they used. Kanade was left-handed, so to hide the stab wounds, she threw away the torso. Thanks to that info, we were able to suspect her. But where is the abdomen? They would have gotten rid of the abdomen as well as some of the intestines. You can drain the flesh bit by bit down the drain, but... Ugh. But that's not the important part. The important part is, was that the only reason? Since you've oh so kindly admitted to your crime, I want to ask you, did you really just get rid of it for that? Well, of course, it's what you deduced, remember? From my inspection, the only lefties here are Iraha and me. If I didn't take care of it, it would have come back later to bite me. I did try to abuse this to frame Iraha, but that plan also failed. Really? Huh? I'm not the type to brag, but I've got an eye for talent. You, a person with that big of a brain, of all people, wouldn't have done things this sloppily. Well, you say that, but in the end, Kanade did choose this method, right? She admitted to it. If this was done by spur of the moment, she might have taken this route. But from drugging Bubblehead to rigging the gate records, she definitely planned this way ahead of time. A double-layered trap of framing her own sister as the culprit, and as a plan B, framing Bubblehead. And even after she was busted, she calmly pointed out contradictions to the theory of her being the culprit. But that same person forgot about the stab wounds, precipitately used her own left hand, and then only took care of it? She might not have known about the difference between the stab wounds. Have you been listening? By the looks of her dismemberment skills, she's used to this kind of business. I can guarantee that there is no way that a person at this level didn't know about the stab wounds. But she's the ultimate guitarist. Yeah, Shinji right now is just being pretty, and we're okay with... He's just been pretty. Pretty and unhelpful, but pretty. Considering her profession, isn't it unlikely that she would have reached this kind of level? If she really did murder Setsuka, she's probably a void. The void is a criminal syndicate, so it might be entirely possible. Shobai has a point. The fact that she got rid of the abdomen means that she would have known she had been caught by the left-handed stab wound. If she knew that, she could have just stabbed Setsuka with her right hand. Why would she have gone through the hassle of getting rid of the evidence? It's just that I only realized it after I stabbed her. As you might have already guessed. The knife used to stab Setsuka was the folding one that's in everybody's room. I stabbed her with my left hand without much thought, and only then realized the potential danger of leaving that kind of evidence. I never imagined there would actually be someone who suspected me because of that, but that may be turned to reality by you, Shobai. That's all there is to it. You who planned this whole mindfuck, stabbed her without much thought? Okay, now I know you're hiding something. You would have definitely found another method. Even I can't think of many options off the top of my head right now. Using your right hand to create more stab wounds so the stab wounds won't be visible. and repeatedly stabbing her with both your hands, so we won't be able to tell which one was the first blow. Are we really continuing this? Do you know what I hate the most? Repeating useless information stuff that's already over. Just execute me already. Wait, Shobai, enough about that. What about the second suspicious thing? The reason Hibiki cooperated. We really didn't go over this detail during the trial, but why do you think Hibiki cooperated with her sister in the first place? Huh? I don't know, why did she? Didn't Kanade mention something about the altar? That she believed that sacrificing Setsuka's body would grant her wishes? That's right, the motive video. Kanade said that her video featured her parents, right? She helped kill Setsuka to save her parents, even if it meant she bloodied her own hands. Wait, is that really how that went? Yuki? Even if she really believed that concept and put her body on the altar, that definitely is possible, but that's not all she did, right? She disguised herself, rigged the gate records together with Kanade. Oh my god, are they both evil? If Hibiki, like, pulls out, like, a Kanade face also, and it's like, oh man, they're both little gremlins. Isn't that weird? All she had to do to grant her wish was to put each body part on the altar. There was no reason for her to follow the rest of Kanade's plans. You're right. Hibiki wasn't herself this morning, granted, but it wasn't like she lost her mind or anything. Even if seeing Setsuka's dead body made her go mad, this is definitely not normal. We should think more about this. We should ask her. Hibiki, why were you cooperative to Kanade's plans? If you ask me, I have no memory of this. I don't know what's what. Considering that she's been next to useless this entire trial, it'd be a waste of time. The trick wouldn't have worked without Hibiki helping Kanade with everything throughout. Why did she agree to all of this? If it succeeded, she would have died, and if it failed, her sis would have died. You're right. Come to think of it, this is pretty weird. The culprit is only one person. Hibiki doesn't have any benefit by becoming an accomplice. Ah. Shobai? So that's it. So that was it. Both killers? I'm thinking Hibiki's a little gremlin too. Yeah, he says before, but she must be losing her head over what everyone's saying about Kanade and what she did to Setsuka. Holy mackerel, this one's gone bonkers as well. I got it. A crazy theory that solves all our questions. Imagine if Yuri, Spaceman, whatever, lived and you just started hitting him. Oh, he would have made so many inappropriate comments about Setsuka's chest piece being, you know, chopped up and the hand boobs and everything. It's probably a good thing Yuri's not alive for this part. Really? What is it? Hibiki, you're also the culprit. The culprit's Kanade, isn't it? Did you even hear what I said? I said also. They're not just accomplices, they're both the true culprits. Huh? What are you talking about? That's impossible. There should only be one culprit according to the class trial rules. It's against the rules for there to be two of them. Since when? Huh? Don't believe me? Pull out your handbooks right now and read rule number 6. Rule 6? If two murders each performed by different blackened occurs consecutively, only the one committed earlier is acknowledged. The part we need to focus on is the part about consecutive murders. This is considering when there are two different blackened who separately killed two different victims. In the case of the two separate blackens targeting one victim, there's no rule specified about it. Well, wait, then what happens if something like this case happens? If it isn't a special case like Rule 6, normally the person who last injured the victim while they were still alive becomes the culprit. You're back and you're at Applebee's? Hey! Have fun at Applebee's. Eat some mozzarella sticks if you like them. Well, what do you mean by that? To put it simply, let's say Iroha stabs Teria with a knife. If I stabbed the dying Teria before his last breath, I would become the blackened that killed Teria. That sounds so much like Yuri. That is a very good impersonation there. So it becomes a game of who made the last shot. I see. If there are two separate victim and culprit pairs, the one that took place earlier gets prioritized. But for two killers and one target, the one who made the finishing blow is the culprit. Excuse me? Did you have to use me as an example? But that still means that only one person can become the culprit in the end, right? You still don't get it, do you? The person who makes the finishing blow takes out the name of the blackened. Then, if two people injure the victim at the same time, they both become the culprit, capiche? They didn't outright stab her, they knocked her out. They stabbed her together at the same time. You're out of your mind. Even if they stabbed her together, there should have been some time difference between them. Message retracted. Yuri would turn from Kane's face. Right? He would look at that face and like, you know what? Maybe girls are scary. If one stabbed her just a little bit later than the other, then that person would be the sole culprit. Oh, really? Well, let's take it to the judge. Bird. What if Kazuichi or anyone else with sharp teeth actually put their... They would have 1/3 less of a tongue. Bird. I prefer to be called a crow. That aside, rule 6, you say? That was put there in case two separate murder cases happened in the span of a day. Imagine the troubles you would go through solving two cases in one trial. This is an offense against that. But this case is a bit difficult, even for me. If they injure the person at the same time, indeed. So, is it possible or not? Theoretically, yes, but in reality, it's next to impossible. If a murder occurs anywhere, the high-tech sensors of Utsuroshima detect who hit last down to the point... Who hit last down to 0.001 seconds. If anyone was even a little late, they would become the official culprit by the records. You see, it's impossible. What if they get it down to the same 0.0001 second? Well, we'll measure down to 0.00001 second. Okay, stop saying 0.00001. Yo, Shobai, what are you leading up to? If the time difference was next to 0 according to the records you're saying... Well, if it was that pinpoint, then I admit it. They both become the blackened. Fucking bingo. Wait. That's only theoretically possible, remember? Even if they thought they did at the same time, there's naturally bound to be some time difference between them. Unless they're machines or something. Nikkei's right. I mean, I'm capable of doing everything right. But for my sis, that'd be impossible. Why the sudden passivity? Are you hiding something from us? What did you say? It would have been possible for you twins. But if my theory is correct, then that would be exactly why you couldn't have left the torso be. Of course, I'm not saying this on any basis. The proof that you two can do the exact timing was ironically provided by Newsy over there. Me? What do you mean by that? Do you guys remember the interview that Newsy did on the twins back on the second island? Why on earth do we remember such a minor thing? Shh, how rude. My interviews are nothing ever minor. In the streamers of chat, they're gonna see LGBT Yuri. What? If Yuri was bi, he would definitely be all over Hajime and Shinji. Oh, absolutely. It's basically straight Nagito or straight Teru Teru. Of course, I remember every detail of my interviews. I even have them written down. But why do you remember that? This isn't the focus here. Just shut up and listen. If you have it written down, that's better. Read the part about the secret behind their synergy. Let's see. You're trying to make Yuri less horrible. that is a very hard task there. So, what's the secret behind the synergy? They're 2 is 1. Oh wow, they even said they can have margin of error of less than that. Isn't that right? Yeah. Wait, doesn't this mean? Now you get it? It's not a completely outrageous idea. Yes, we're gonna execute both of them. I'm totally okay. I'm totally okay with this idea. They even said that comment themselves. Even Kanade affirmed this fact. For these two, it would have been possible for them to use their special sense of beat to stab, simultaneously without any error between them. Then they really did? You know, I appreciate Yuri that I can give him any present. He was very grateful, and I really, you know, like that. Unlike some people like Kokoro, who like denied half of my gifts. You're working on a fandom and you voice Kanade. Oh, that's so cool! You probably have, if you got to this chapter, you're having so much fun with this chapter, aren't you? Wait, I feel like that was just an exaggerated playful comment by Hibiki. Logically speaking, this shouldn't be possible for two separate people. This is possible within the bounds of logic, you meathead. Meathead? I've met a lot of people around the world working as a trafficker. I'm assuming he means something else and not that. There were a lot of weird bunches when it came to twins. Twins who had the exact same physical abilities. Twins who could read each other's minds. It's about time I met ones that had identical rhythmic senses. Hibiki and Kanade are identical, right? They say that identical twins are almost the same down to the genetic level. They usually have the same personality. You know the stories where twins who are separated still live similar lives when they were apart? I see. If this theory were to be true, then that explains the reason they got rid of Setsuka's torso. If they were able to time the stabbing with a rhythmic sense, they must have used their primary hand, the hand they use when they're playing their instruments. They probably couldn't risk one of them forcefully trying to use the other hand and failing. That would also explain why they couldn't have made additional stab wounds. Until Setsuka was mostly surely dead, they would have had to leave only the stab wounds they had made simultaneously. Because it's a system where the person who last entered the body becomes the culprit. But could they have stabbed her after she was dead? Why would they get rid of the torso? No, it's impossible. A stab wound made before and after a person's dead differs in appearance. If they managed to stab her simultaneously on their first try, they would have then waited for Setsuka to die naturally. Which means she died of shock from blood loss. She died of shock from blood loss, which would have taken a lot of time. If they create a stab wound from her after that period of time, the difference between that and the first one would be soon found. Then someone like me would have questioned it, thinking it was suspicious. How? Go read a book about it in a library, you dipshit. I was just curious. Why do you have to be so mean? It's starting to lean towards the possibility of them both being the culprit. Yeah, one more thing. You know what's scary about that girl? During that very interview, that girl clearly showed distress when her sis was giving out information without any thought. And when the first trial started, that girl asked Monokuro about the existence of accomplices. In other words, Kanade was already planning a double blackened murder way back during the first trial. Wait, that can't be. Kanade helped us numerous times during the last two trials. It was obviously an act to hide her true self. You bet Shobai is Arrow Ace? Well, I don't want to stand him. I mean, he is being helpful right now. But I had to support all the Ace people. You could force myself to like Nagito and Kokichi, but not Kanade. I like to make Danganronpas and voice the girls myself, but not the guys, even though you're a guy. And Kanade just creeps you out. You can't force yourself to like her. Well, I'm gonna throw Hibiki in this whole like questionable murdery stuff thing. I myself didn't know what I was dealing with until this trial today. In the end, every decisive testimony, one way or another, all started from your damn foolish sister. You could have let the stab wounds be, since only I would have been able to tell the difference. But because you're taking that interview into account, you had to get rid of the abdomen. Identical down to the genetic level, huh? Ironic. You two couldn't have been more different. Shobai. That feeling of discomfort has vanished with your theory. That was it. That Kanade being the culprit wasn't all there was to it. Hang on. If they're both the culprit, then if we didn't listen to Sora and just voted for Kanade, whether we voted only for Hibiki or Kanade, we would have been wrong and we would have been punished. Hibiki did nothing wrong. I mean, it's sounding like she did a stabbing, so I don't know about nothing wrong. You can do some silly voices, though? And you can do voices too, Tibuki? Nice! I was like, I also like to do voices when I'm not sick and I have a voice to voice with. So Sora was right in the end. Amazing. How'd you think of this? I did nothing, honestly. Shobai did most of the heavy lifting. So two of them did together? Is that the public opinion right now? I also have doubts about this, though. I agree. As much as I want to trust everyone, we have no evidence of this claim. Sure, we have no concrete proof. But if this theory were to be true, then we can also explain Hibiki's cooperation. If they both became the Blackened and win, they both get to escape the island. You don't have a good mic? I mean, you got a good mic for your headset and that's good on Discord? Seriously? Yeah, I definitely would have lost this trial because I would have immediately blamed Kanade, and now I've thought of, you know, blaming two people. So Hibiki had an incentive to become an accomplice. That is a true ending of this trial. Kanade's so smart, to be honest. If this wasn't a Danganronpa, she probably would have won. And she also didn't make the weird, horrible faces that scream, I'm a murderer, someone stop me. But she made those faces, so it's like, I don't believe her. The Ultimo Koji twins are the true culprits of this case. Oh, okay. Oh, Sora! Do you really think that makes sense? Yes. I alone am the culprit. How do I rate your Fangame? It's super interesting. Like, it's super violent. I do like that. Seems very, very spooky. You think you're really something special after hearing the disgusting theory from Shobai? I tried to admit my crime and die peacefully. But it seems like I can't even do that without taking a crack at your damn theory. Open your fucking ear holes and listen. No, it's okay. Alright, let's do this. Alright. The antibiotics. That's the one thing I haven't used yet, right? Oh, jeez. Yep, not reading this, that's for sure. Oh, was that the thing I needed? Nope, advance. This went really fast. Why are you so desperate about this rebuttal? Oh my god! Too many things on the screen. That was so many things. There were so many things on the screen. Yeah, Sora, I know, Sora. Okay, so shoot these all. It said unused evidence, and that's where I shoot the antibiotics. So I saw where it was, I just gotta get to that point without dying. Okay, advance. Okay. So gotta remember not to hit... Gotta hit S and then shoot the thing. There we go. I don't know what you said, but you said unused evidence, so there you go. Okay, we should... Am I really almost at 24 hours in this game? Dang. Proof, you say there's no proof? Obviously. It was impossible from the start. A flawed theory. Let me ask Shobai himself. Do you have any proof? Yes. And you claim to say you know something that even Shobai is unaware of? Of course not. In the end, this was all just a baseless theory. No, I have proof. Huh? After hearing what Shobai said, I looked through every evidence I found once more. And there was a single evidence that didn't have a place anywhere in this theory. Yet nobody knew what it was for. The bottle of antibiotics near the pool. Oh, antibiotics? I don't ever recall seeing that by the pool. But antibiotics in the pool? That's a pretty weird combination. What was it doing there? We can deduce its use if we combine it with Terria's testimony. Teria, when you testified about the blood packs, didn't you mention another chance in the infirmary? The infirmary? Oh yeah, the medical kit disappeared for a while and somebody put it back. Are you talking about that? Medical kit? So was a bottle from that kit? Well, I checked the inventory of each room 3 times a day, morning, lunchtime, and evening. And the medical kit was definitely there yesterday evening and had disappeared when I checked them in the room this morning. I was going to tell you guys, but it wasn't like it was a murder weapon, and I just assumed somebody needed it as an emergency. Yeah, on the fandom you're working on, although only my friend and me are the VAs. It's Kanade and them is Yuki. I confirm you're having such a good time voicing Kanade in this trial. Yeah, it's getting to be crazy and laughing all manically. It's gotta be fun. Then I saw it sitting there back in its place at lunchtime as if nothing had ever happened. So that means somebody used some medical kits this morning? What does that have to do with anything with the theory we're dealing with? It looks unrelated to me. As Teria said, a medical kit can't be used to kill someone. And since we're dealing with a murder, a medical kit used to save someone seems far off from the evidence we're looking for. However, I don't think that's the case. This was an insurance used by the culprit to create a double blackened situation. Insurance? You said that they used their primary hands to stab Setsuka simultaneously without any error, correct? But as Shobai called it out, Kanade is an extreme perfectionist. What if they managed to fail the timing? I just made one of the worst decisions of my life. Oh no, what, at Applebee's? What did you do? Was there karaoke? Did you sign up for karaoke there? What if they managed to fail the timing? No, they didn't. They were going to use to heal Setsuka back up if it failed? Exactly. Kanade had taken the medical kit with her for that exact reason. Preposterous! How could you know if you had succeeded or not in the first place? Dude, Monochrome exists for a reason, you know. So they stabbed Setsuka together and called Monochrome to check if it could be accepted as a double blackened murder. Is Monochrome even allowed to tell them that? I mean, there's no reason not to. Telling the Blackened that they're the Blackened shouldn't be a problem, right? You ate a whole buffalo wing while it's blazing hot, and now your mouth is— oh no! Your ultimate chess master is British? Is British? That aside, that bottle was decisive evidence. I never saw that during my investigation. Where the hell did you find that? Oh, I just kind of saw it rolling around near the pool. What? I never even opened the damn thing. But there's no way that I dropped the— What now? Never opened the thing? You should have said you never even took it, you idiot. Now you made to yourself that you took the medical kit. You realize that, right, Kanade? No, this isn't— You making a mistake like that? That wasn't very much like you. Was the bottle being on the ground that nonsensical? That aside, did she just confess it herself? Unbelievable. Even if I had dropped it, I would have heard it dropping outside its side. Or at very least, I would have noticed a weight decrease from the medical kit. I didn't even leave it to Hibiki. I did this part myself just in case stuff like this even happened. Unbelievable, me making a mistake like this? No way, what rotten luck. It seems for the first time in this trial, we were able to see you getting truly flustered, Kanade. Well, we don't know the truth if you did or did not open the medical kit in the end. But if you're surprised by this accident, then for us, I guess it truly was luck from the It's Yuki's luck! It's Yuki's luck! Kanade, so I take— again, I still don't understand or know why Yuki's here and alive. But if his luck made that fall and made her not notice it, is he not potentially part Yuki? Kanade, so I take that as a yes? The both of you and Hibiki murdered Setsuka. Unbelievable. This can't be happening. This doesn't make any sense. This can't be. If you still can't admit it, then I'll go. No, I don't want to do the thing, but I have to do the thing. Closing argument. Let's go. Oh, right. Utsuro. Because he's not really Yuki. Okay. Oh, wait. Does it just show me? This is the best. Iruha, my love, you are the literal best. I don't even have to look at this. This is perfect. This is so perfect. Yeah, because there's no way I was going to pass this on my own. I'm sorry, what was that picture? Let's go back up. Right? This is why Art Girl Best Girl. Look at this extremely useful skill that's saving me like hours. Wait, where is this picture? Oh, there it is. Yeah, like look at this ABC thing. I would have never gotten that. Okay, It's a nice picture of Sora. God, this is also so long. Jeez. Hey, look at that! Perfect score, guys. Aren't you proud of me? Okay. Deep breath. Let's do this. Early in the morning, when everyone was still asleep, the culprit was already busy at work. Using the fact that Mikado prepares our breakfast early in advance, they put sleeping drugs in the coffee at Iruha's seat. This was to eliminate any alibi Iruha might have had in the afternoon. And when the day broke, the case began for real as the culprit called Setsuka out to the pool. Before they headed to the pool, the culprit took large quantities of blood packs and the medical kit from the infirmary. Since it was already gone by the time Teria checked it this morning, this was the only chance they had to take them. When they arrived at the pool, they attacked Setsuka. They didn't quite kill her just yet, but only knocked her unconscious. Immediately after this, the culprit signaled another culprit of this case to the pool. Yes, this is the first time that two people were both the culprit of one murder. Here, the first culprit handed their handbook to the other culprit over the gates. This was to manipulate the gate records, a crucial trick used throughout this case. The second culprit entered the pool using the handbook they were given. The in records of the first culprit and Setsuka already existed in the gate record database. So when the second culprit entered through the gates, the results showed an out record for the first culprit. The second culprit was able to enter the pool without using their own handbook and leaving a record. Next, the two stabbed the unconscious Setsuka simultaneously with a knife. Originally, the one who stabbed later would become the real culprit, even if it was a matter of milliseconds. However, our killers had an extreme sense of rhythm with each other, enough to point out the difference was undetectable. This was because they were twins and had ultimate talents related to rhythm. So Setsuka was unconscious, so that's good. I'm glad. After confirming the fact that they had stabbed her at the same time, the first culprit left the pool. Here, they used Setsuka's handbook to make it seem like there was nobody at the pool according to the records. As she was leaving, she also put up a sign that said, "Pool sanitation time, please do not enter," in front of the pool. This way, no one else would enter the pool while they took care of the body. However, the culprit made a huge mistake here. The medical kit that was prepared as an insurance to heal Setsuka in case they mistimed stabbing her simultaneously. While they were leaving with the newly useless medical kit, a bottle of antibiotics had dropped from it. We're not sure how the culprit didn't notice this, but we were able to prove the double blackened theory using this evidence. After the culprit left, she re-enters the pool after 3 hours with the tools she needed. The 3 hours were left blank intentionally to frame Iraha in the near future. Once they had the tools they needed, they began doing their business for a few hours. And by business, I mean cutting up Setsuka's corpse into multiple pieces. The reason they dismembered her body was to transfer the body to a different place, which I'll go into in a moment. Here, they got rid of the abdomen that had the marks that showed 2 people, one left-handed and one right-handed, had stabbed the body. Once the dismemberment process was over, they cleaned the pool using its tools and the second culprit disguised as the first culprit. They were twins, so a little bit of disguise was enough to make them completely indistinguishable. To correct their body shape, they put Setsuka's 2 hands in plastic bags and pinned it to her chest. They needed Setsuka's hands with them to open her handbook for the tricks they need to pull in the future. And by carrying the hands as a disguise, it was like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Because they carried Setsuka's hands with them, they were able to use her handbook freely, just like Emma did. The culprit then sent a message to Iraha using Setsuka's handbook. The message called for her to be in front of the mirror mansion at 1800. It was because of this message that Iraha wasn't able to participate with us during the parade. After sending the message, the second culprit leaves the pool while still disguised. She puts the sign in front of the pool back inside and walks her way to Block A. After arriving at the ghost house, she undisguised herself and enters the ghost house while deliberately getting witnessed by Iraha. By getting witnessed by her, the culprit later used this fact to frame Iraha and make her seem suspicious. However, amidst the rush of changing her disguise, the pins used to hold the plastic bags had dropped on the ground, which were used in this trial as important pieces of evidence against her. Entering the ghost house, the culprit ran up inside to cut the wires to the fuse box to cause a blackout. They also put out the fire in the fireplace, though this was because they needed it to be that way for the other culprit to utilize the chimney later on. The blackout itself was so the others wouldn't notice what happened inside the ghost house. A little later, the second culprit redisguised herself as the first culprit and left the ghost house to join the rest of us at the parade. Of course, none of us had even had the thought that the culprit was disguised as someone else. And so, the second culprit was able to watch the parade with us without any suspicion. At that time, the culprit was waiting for the monorail at the Block C station. They had moved the corpse pieces to the station from the pool prior to the second person heading over to the ghost house. While the second culprit was over at the ghost house, the first culprit was busy with her work as well, getting rid of the signpost before leaving the pool, and putting the chess piece inside one of the parade dolls in the Block C storehouse. At 1810, the monorail heading to Block A arrives and the first culprit began the process of moving the body. The method they used was to throw each body piece to the chimney once the monorail goes past the ghost house, one by one. This method, while seemingly impossible for anyone else, was done with ease by our culprit. It made it seem like the corpse had teleported inside the ghost house. However, since the ghost house was next to the track that connected Block A and C, she only had 4 chances to throw the body pieces, considering that the monorail is active only every other hour. As 7 pieces, even excluding the 2 hands and the chests that she stuffed inside the parade dolls, needed to be transferred. She calculated the monorail timetable and went back and forth between Block A and C. Using this method, they had exactly 7 chances to throw the body pieces in 1 hour, and with the culprit's perfect aiming abilities, the transferring was done. After all the body pieces had been safely thrown inside the chimney, she leaves empty-handed and headed to the storehouse. The parade was almost over, and the chess pieces had been delivered to Block A by then. Meanwhile, the second culprit and the crew were becoming anxious about Setsuka's absence, and they began a search. Pretending to look for her and heading to the Block A storehouse, the 2 Blackens meet up and switch places. The reason the second culprit disguised in the first place was to create an alibi, while the first culprit was busy throwing corpses over the monorail. And since that was finished, there was no reason for the disguise from then on. I had just finished investigating the ghost house and was leaving without any results. And after confirming that I left, the first culprit signals the second culprit, who was still hiding inside the storehouse. The second culprit swiftly enters the ghost house with the chess pieces they hid inside the storehouse. Here, She uses Setsuka's handbook so that there would be an ID without an out record at the ghost house. After this, they put all the body pieces, including the 2 hands used for disguise, and the pieces inside the fireplace on the altar. Once the setting was complete, they moved the folding screen in front of the entrance to create space, and start to flood the place with blood using the blood packs they prepared. This was to create an illusion that the crime scene was a ghost house, and the culprit dismembered the corpse behind the folding screen. They created a huge trail of blood leading up to the altar, and spread some on the altar as well as for good measure. After all this was done, the culprit deliberately dropped her hairpin in the altar, and sent everyone a message using Setsuka's handbook. The message had to vaguely remind everyone of the ghost house, and was used to call everyone to that place. Then, they hid in the space behind the folding screen, waiting for the others to arrive. As we arrived, we followed the trail of blood up to the altar without any suspicion, and ultimately entered the altar, where we found the body of Setsuka. And this is how the 2 culprits managed to move the body and fool everyone. The cruel killer, no, killers, who didn't just murder Setsuka but cut up her body into pieces. Yes, the culprits who committed this atrocity of a crime. I love how pissed Sora looks. Kanade and Hibiki Otonokoshi, the ultimate guitarist and the ultimate vocalist. It was you 2. Jeez. I like it. Oh yeah, as always with Danganronpa games, warnings for all the executions. They're most likely going to be bad. It's too bad he got spoiled by this. Oh, I'm so sorry. Like I said, I am doing my dang hardest not to get spoilers, and so far it's been alright. Wait, could you have just burned the body until it's just ash, so no body, no proof? Yeah, I think the body has to be found at one point, I think. For there to be a trial, right? Is that not the rule? Are you still going to defend yourself, Kanade? Hibiki, same for you. You might not have any memory of it, but the results of this trial shows the fact. The fact that you are also the one who killed Setsuka. What? That can't be. I'm innocent. I couldn't have killed Suka. Yeah, this is a dream. It's all a dream. Kanade would never kill someone, let alone me. Wake up, Hibiki. Hibiki? Hibiki, I'm afraid this is not a dream. Whether you remember it or not, you have committed a murder and lost the class trial. If the answer we deduce is true, you'll soon be dead. Huh? Die? Me? Kichi's body was still found. It was completely... Yeah, true. He was smoosh pancake blood. But that's a bit weird. I haven't done anything. Come on, guys. Kanade, say something. We could never actually kill someone, right, Kanade? Don't just stand there, please. Help me like you've always done, like when we were young. Sis, when something bad happened, you were always there for me to take care. You're always there for me to take care of it. I'm sorry if I was being harsh on you. I apologize. Just help me. Kanade ultimately lost the trial. Even she can't help you in this situation. Scream sound. Let me out. I'm gonna break open this door. Now, Hibiki. The trial is still in session. Please return to your seat immediately. Okay, now I'm feeling kind of bad for her. Let me go home. I hate it here. I need to save my parents. I'm so sick of this place. Let me out. Let me out. Scream sound. Hibiki? Hibiki, calm down. I wonder, does that girl have any mental disorders? Huh? I've been keeping an eye on her since she was a suspect in the trial. But something's off with that girl. I mean, the younger sis is a crazy bitch for sure, but the older sis isn't that far off as far as I can tell. This is a warning. If you don't return to your seat, you will be severely punished. Shut up. Kanade? Sis. So adorable. Huh? I have no way to run, right? If you can't avoid it, enjoy it. It is tragic that my plan has failed. But if I get to see my sister's most despairful dying moments while I die... That doesn't seem like such a okay, Junko, like, chill. That doesn't seem like such a bad of a death. You've won. We were the culprit of this case. Mana coins, please. A D? Wait, no, how's that a D? There's a few hundreds in there. Yeah, what is this bell curve that they're grading me on? I'll take the money, please. It's good that you resolved everything, but this silence. Now that you reached an answer for real this time, it's voting time. I swear, if it gets interrupted again, I'm going to quit this job. Ahem. Anyways, vote for the culprit with the switch in front of you. D's get degrees. Since the answer you've deduced is double culprit, which is a first in Danganronpa history, I've specially prepared a panel marked Otonokoshi twins in the voting screen just for this occasion. Yeah, I got a D for Danganronpa. They're like, dang, gone it. You did a good job in your Danganronpaing. Have a D. Yep. If you truly believe the two of them are the culprit, vote in the panel, capiche? Now. Will the answer be the truth or not? Now. Verdict? Hooray! We won the trial! I'm really glad Shobei did most of the thinking for me in this trial. Because I sure as heck have not figured out the gates and stuff. Do you want to save? Heck yeah. Can we just execute Kanade twice? The real culprit who murdered Setsuka was Hibiki and Kanade Otonokoshi. Correct, you've got them both right. So they're both the culprit? To be honest, when they stabbed them together, I had a hard time deciding what to make of it. A class trial is a system by definition that while multiple victims can occur for one case, no two students can be the culprit. However, I replayed the clip countless times, and no matter how you look at it, they stabbed her simultaneously. Even the computer couldn't detect the time difference. I had no choice but to admit it. In this killing school trip, the rules are absolute, and this case did obey the rules. My most honorable praise for the twins, as they found a loophole in the rules and used their talents to pull off a feat truly impossible. I was confident I was going to win this trial. You would have lost if you voted for my sis, and that result wouldn't have changed if you voted for me. Whoever you had voted for, I was going to be safe. I even had the backup plan of framing Iraha. But for this plan to fail, I truly don't expect this to happen. It seems like I underestimated both Shobei and Sora. Now the rest of you, you dumb butts, just used to. She's right. We contribute nothing to this trial. Oh no, Yoriko! You and Shinji are eye candy. You help us. If it wasn't for those two... Honestly, I was just mentally prepared for Shobei. I can estimate the threat level of a person immediately at first glance. And ever since our first encounter, I've always been cautious of you. But Sora, what are you? You have nothing special to boot, and you can't even remember your own talent. How is someone like you able to win against someone like me? Sora, what really is your talent? That's what I want to know. You. Twins, answer me. Why in the world did you murder Setsuka? Nikkei? What's wrong? I thought you didn't care whether we died or not. Well, I do have an idea why you're acting like that. What's that supposed to? Forget it. It's not like I'm going to tell you anyway. That aside, you asked why we killed Setsuka, yes? Kanade, I can understand maybe, but Hibiki was very intimate with Setsuka. Why did Hibiki help murder Setsuka? Don't you get it, bro? They're voids, both of them. They're not. They're not. Life just being weird. It says there's negative people again? What? Not again. Oh, mine's not showing you the negatives for once. Okay, cool. Obviously, that's the only logical reason. It happened last time and the one before. We're trying our best to harmonize and survive, and they're trying to ruin it. No, so I think they killed Setsuka because she was a void. Then, the two twins are both voids? Is that really how it is? Speak up, Hibiki, Kanade. Shinji and Yoriko, ultimate eye candy. Yup. Were the two twins the voids? Was that the reason this murder had to happen? We have 3 void survivors if we include Mikado. If the 2 of them are voids, then we know the identity of all 5. And just when we were waiting for the twins to answer... I am terribly sorry to interrupt this, but... They don't speak! I even told you what I was going to say! You're being especially rude to me today, Ruteria. Well, I do have some important news. The thing is... So they're not voids, those 2 twins. Huh? Well, what do you mean? Why are you the one to decide that, you little... No, he's absolutely right. The Otonokoji twins have no relation to us voids. Huh? But the voids were supposed to murder each. It seems you're confused because the previous murders were all committed by us voids. But the voids were simply here for plan B. I repeated myself countless times. Anyone can become a murderer. I can tell that at a glance. The voids up until now strictly did things by the rules. They wouldn't dare do something this vague on whether it's against the rules or not. And that's exactly why I feel very conflicted about this. Where was my poor void fellow when they were supposed to kill this time? What? But... That means they killed someone when they weren't even a void? Why? If they weren't a void, what reason was there for them to kill someone? That's right, Yuki. We made a mistake in thinking it was common sense that a void would always be the one to murder one of us. There was a motive for every one of us this time. The motive video that Mikado gave us. That's right. Even I had forgotten about it. The Blacken of this case gets not only escape this island if they win, but they also get to know the ending of their motive video. The motive video I saw didn't affect me in any way, but for others, things are different. It even came up during the class trial. Hibiki and Kanade said that their parents were in trouble in their motive video. That was their motive for this murder. Dang it, I should have been more careful. I was so focused on the voids that I forgot about something more important. Mikado, you. This is all because of you. Forcing us to murder each other with motives or whatever. I'll never forgive you. Excuse me. It wasn't really like that. Huh? I said I didn't necessarily do it because of those stupid videos. My sister could have done it for our parents, but to be honest with you, I couldn't care less about those things. Those things? But your family. My sister's the only family I've got. And you said it yourselves during the trial. I've been planning a double blackened murder ever since I've heard about the rules of the class trial. The motive videos were distributed yesterday. So, how could those be the motives for our murder? Then, why would you do something as horrible as killing someone? I don't know where to start. Well, everyone, take a look at Hibiki here. Let's start from there. What about Hibiki? Warning for the explanation? Breakdown? Alright, everyone, this is your 5-second warning. This is probably going to be a lot. Don't you think something's off about her? Hibiki? Hibiki, you're still part of this. Speak up. Oh, I think she's gone a little dead in the eyes now. Is she alright? Oh my god, she's so cute. The hell? Kanade? Everyone, meet my lifelong project and the motive for this murder. What do you think? What nonsense is that? I can't keep up with all this. Oh, still don't get it? I'll tell you everything one by one. Hibiki, hand. Do a backflip. Ew, that scared me. Say you love me with a smile. I love you, Kanade. Me too. I love you too, Hibiki. What is this? What's going on? Hibiki? Hibiki, wake up. Hibiki. Oh, it's no use. Hibiki in this state can only listen and react to me. So how'd you do it? Hypnosis? Mind control? Ah, so that's what she meant by that. No wonder the little shit's actions didn't make sense. Shobai, do you understand what's going on? How can I put this? The culprit of this case wasn't Kanade and Hibiki, but more like Kanade and also Kanade. What do you mean? Speak some sense. Why the hell are you always shouting at me? The trial's over, so I'm not gonna give two shits about you. Ask the girl herself. So, don't y'all agree my precious toy is adorable? Kanade, explain. What's going on here? Oh, it's my pleasure. We're gonna die anyways. If we're gonna talk about this, everything started way back when we were young. We're identical twins, 10 seconds apart from each other. I can't remember if I instinctively knew when I was born, but I realized something when I was around 3 or 4. That I was better than Hibiki in every way. Are you talking about your talents? Everything. Talent, personality, skills, whatever. But as I realized that, Hibiki must have also realized she was the lesser of the two. And ever since then, she acknowledged that when we were young, she had been abusive towards me. As I was too young at that age, I didn't object to her actions, and I ended up giving it to her. Then one day, our mother told my sis to play with me for a change. But Hibiki back then loved Shiro so much that she replied she loved Shiro much more than me. I knew it! I knew she killed the dog! And those words hurt a lot, especially as a kid. Shiro? Who's that? A puppy we used to have as children. A small, kind, white teacup poodle who was really friendly with people. Even when I was being abused by Hibiki, I still loved Hibiki. I thought of her as family and I wanted to get along with her. But when I heard that Hibiki liked some puppy more than me, I felt an uncontrollable wave of jealousy. As long as Shiro was alive, I was never going to get closer to Hibiki. That was why I decided to get rid of it. Get rid of it? What do you mean by that? What do I mean by that? I literally got rid of it. The next day when I was alone at home. The puppy is totally fine and okay and nothing happened to the dog. Yep. What? You're kidding me, right? Nothing at all happened to that precious, adorable puppy. It lived and it's in Mexico and Satsuki and Haruhiko adopted it. That meant I had to cover up a lot of things not to get found out, but somehow it all seemed easy. Hey, Strawberry Powder, welcome in. Yeah, this has been a very crazy chapter. Probably because I was a genius. After all, poor little sis was frantically searching for Shiro, but couldn't find it because it was in Mexico with Satsuki and Haruhiko. Of course, she wasn't able to. What remained of it was probably indistinguishable from sewer I mean, it was clean and adorable and not covered in sewer sludge. Yeah. So, you shipped your sister's favorite dog to Mexico to get friendly with her. Like hell that would work. You're out of your mind. I know. As soon as I realized I did something wrong, I did feel a bit guilty. But the reaction Hibiki showed afterwards soon got me rid of any afterthoughts I had. Instead of bullying me again for her puppy running away to Mexico as expected, she started to cry in my arms. Kanade, help me. What should I do? She cried. And that face of hers back then was the face of an angel more precious and adorable than anything I'd ever seen. Since then, Hibiki turned to an extremely passive and weak state whenever she was mentally backed into a corner. And each and every time that happened, she cried for me to help and depended solely on me. That was when I started to train my little Hibiki. Train? Unbeknownst to Hibiki, I had schemed multiple mental shocks for her in secret. All high and mighty, abusing her little sis by the day, but in reality she was being mentally tortured by her very own sister. Being mentally weak, Hibiki in her shocked state cannot even remember what happened afterwards. And now, even the innocent ignorance of her abusing her little sis without knowing anything about what happens off stage is so lovely it drives me insane. Huh? And that's how I slowly but surely modified Hibiki to my taste ever since she was young. Okay, I take it back. I feel kind of bad for Hibiki and I tried out numerous methods, but the best was to eradicate Hibiki's most precious person. Like with Shiro, every time Hibiki made a close relationship with someone, I got rid of them one by one. Ayumi, her best friend during grade school, got kicked from top of the stairs and now she's stuck in a hospital paralyzed for the rest of her life. The nerve of that girl. Your sister feels sort of creepy. We should keep away from her. Honestly, she deserved it more and more. Our middle school homeroom teacher that Hibiki had a crush on, I gave him an extra dose of muscle relaxant and buried him on a hill near the school. That blah 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 must have had indecent thoughts for my precious Hibiki. So that was an act to save her from him. Even after we started our band, there was a recording engineer, makeup coordinator, our manager. I got rid of each and every person connected to Hibiki. And now the slightest of hardships will cause Hibiki to turn weak. She's more dependent on me now than ever. Can afford 4-year-olds can grab anything and are scary, so probably. Wait, what? So you're basically saying that Setsuka wasn't your first victim? No way, unbelievable. Yo, what's your... Shobai, we don't discriminate due to body counts. Well, I don't keep track of everyone I kill, so I guess around 60? Okay, you win. I mean, it's come to a point where I just get rid of everyone acquainted with Hibiki. How in the world do you not get arrested for this? Well, it's either because I was too perfect or the cops were too stupid. My bet's on both. That's why I told you. This was the first one that I actually failed. Is that why you killed Setsuka? Because she was friendly with your older sis? It didn't have to be Setsuka, so long as that person was the most intimate with Hibiki. Though she did get on my nerves, to be honest. Anything that could help Hibiki recover from her mental state must be eliminated. Why? For what reason? Why are you so obsessed with Hibiki? Reason? How about I ask you a question instead? Do people need a reason to love someone? I love Hibiki. If you could have your loved one all to yourself, anyone would have done this. No, not really. Ugh, you're crazy. You're insane. I can't even hear another word from you. You don't deserve any sympathy whatsoever. Go to hell. Hold on a minute. Kanade, how does this story relate to Hibiki acting like a puppet right now? Oh yeah, I forgot about that part. I guess it was around the time I made sushi out of our coordinator. When Hibiki realized the coordinator she was close to had gone missing, she came to me crying. But something was different. She was bawling like usual when suddenly, her eyes lost focus and she didn't show any human reaction. Just pure traumatized. And when I spoke out to her, she started to do exactly everything I told her to do. Right? So this technically is like a chapter 3 double murder. Setsuka got murdered, but also Hibiki gets murdered kind of too. Well, she's gonna get murdered obviously. But it's through Kanade controlling her, mind controlling her, basically. No complaints, no reactions. Like as if I was controlling a game avatar. This might have been one of my happiest moments of my entire life. Sis being controlled by my words. Just thinking of that makes me... Afterwards, whenever Hibiki's mental state took a certain amount of damage, she turned to a puppet like this. It only lasted for a short time, the first time around, but in time it lasted longer and longer. Until now, I can just switch it on and off whenever I order her to. From that day onwards, my training goal for Hibiki had completely changed. If I previously trained her to only look towards me, I now train her to be the perfect puppet. My final goal is to make Hibiki my very own puppet all the time, regardless of her mental state. If we escaped off this island after killing Setsuka, and maybe killed one or two more, I could have achieved that dream. What a waste. Ah, I see. So that's why Shobai said the culprit was Kanade and Kanade again. Kanade did this to Hibiki so that her sis could act as her duplicate and commit the ultimate perfect crime. When did it all start? When did Hibiki start acting like this? Was she already in this state when we met her this morning? No, she still retained her state herself back then. Throughout this killing school trip, I was looking for the perfect opportunity. The point where Hibiki's mentality reached the threshold. And through that motivated of our parents getting attacked, I knew it was time. So I just executed my plan that I had prepared. Your plan? Now that I've already been revealed, there's actually one more place I use the blood packs for. What? As you may have deduced, I woke up early and called Setsuka to the pool. Then I ambushed her from behind and knocked her out. And then I poured blood all over her conscious body to make it look as if she was dead. Ew, why? Because that was a trigger that would turn Hibiki into a puppet. Even Mikado was disturbed by this? Yeah. I immediately called Hibiki out to the pool and made her enter the place using my handbook. Our innocent Hibiki entered the pool. As soon as I witnessed the fake crime scene, how would you react if you had watched a disturbing video of your parents getting attacked the night before, only to see the bloody corpse of your best friend? As a person who controlled her mental state for years, I knew just how much mental damage it took for her to become my little puppet. The consecutive loss of your precious ones, the scream that my sis yelled, I still get the chills. So, when Shobai said the amount of blood used at the ghost house seemed a lot less than the amount of blood packs taken, that was the actual reason why. How could you? Controlling someone as you please, and even though she's your family? How was I supposed to make Hibiki, stupid Hibiki, cooperate with the plan if I didn't take control over her? She wasn't going to agree on killing someone in her normal state in the first place. This was all for Hibiki. She did want to leave the island after all. But that was all ruined by you people. Does Hibiki know any of this? Of course not. Hibiki loses most of her memories when she regains her sanity. You gotta go again? Okay, later! So it'd be impossible for her to know this. But Hibiki still cared about you and loved you more than anyone. Kanade, as a human being, as family, you really are the worst. Call me whatever you want. People come in different shapes and sizes after all. I didn't really expect you to understand me anyway. Yo, crazy girl. Not that it matters now, but let me ask you a question. You admitted to your crimes for the end of the trial, right? Wouldn't someone as smart as you have been able to find a way out back then? Now, what nonsense is he on about? Feels a bit weird, like we didn't win for real, like she gave it to us. I would have been able to guess the double blackened part without a binary girl. You might have still had a shot at winning the trial. I'd rather keep my dignity than struggle till I went down ugly. When the double blackened murder had surfaced, it was already game over for me. Moreover, I want to see Hibiki despair. Despair? I honestly don't have any regrets with my life. I already played with my sister to my heart's content. Of course, escaping the island and being together with a completely puppetified Hibiki does sound tempting. But nothing beats my desire to watch Hibiki's face full of despair. Not just any despair, the one moments before death, the one just before her life ends, the one she'll take to her deathbed. One gripe I have about puppet Hibiki and mentally broken Hibiki is that her face is too predictable, making it uninteresting. Just imagining what my poor sis will look like when she comes to the realization of what's coming for her makes me so excited. Yo, Albino. What? Do something about this. Tell Monocro do something about this. You're good at stuff like this, right? What do you mean by... When I looked around, everyone was silently looking away from Kanade. And rightfully so. Her story seemed out of the world even for me. A story from a fantasy world, one that was too insane for us to even comprehend. A degenerate who makes you want to throw up just from the fact that you're breathing the same air as her. That was the true identity of Kanade Otonokoji, a person whom we once thought of as our friend, as our classmate. But the worst thing was that she wasn't done just yet. Okay. Now can we proceed with the finale? Huh? Oh wait, just a moment, Monocro. I forgot to mention this. I found this while rummaging through her pockets. Do you want to explain what that is? This is a note I found inside Setsuka's pockets when I killed her. Right? Like, Monocro, come on. You could have ended this. I was so busy I didn't have time to read the details, but the fact that she had it in her body means it probably contains some important message for us, right? Setsuka? Read it now. Hold on. This? Why? What does it say? Pfft. Well. Wow. Do I feel bad for you guys? Would you tell us already? Mikado, you sure you'll be alright? What? I'm not following you. Well, it's just that Voids. Wow. You guys have a tough road ahead as well. Kanade, what does the note say? This is a will written by Setsuka. A will? From Setsuka? It seems like in case she was killed, she kept track of all the information she learned. Information? I don't recall Setsuka ever telling us any information. She must have discovered something. I don't know why she didn't tell us sooner, but she must have found something big. Come to think of it, she was acting weird ever since we arrived on the third island. You're right. She did talk like something was up back when the motive was revealed as well. This is really big news. Why do I have the feeling she's gonna burn this and not tell us? She kept this to herself? What does it say? Just tell us. Oh, I'm so sorry for this, but... I knew it! Also, those teeth, dear God. I knew. I just sensed this girl's gonna light something on fire. I'll be taking this as a keepsake to my grave. Setsuka's will. Put it out. The info. Bro. We're too late. A note as small as that burns in a matter of seconds. Because I know crazy people, that's why. And the fact that she wasn't saying anything, she's like, oh wow, look at all this information. I'm like, she's gonna get rid of it. And the quickest way to get rid of it is to burn it. Or eat it. My second guess was eat it, but I figured burn looks cooler. You... What the hell do you think you're doing? This note contains incredible information. Amazing scoops that could really be damaging for Mikado. But what does that do with me? I'm about to die after all. I leave this and everything up to you? Were you expecting a silly dramatic ending like that? Unfortunately, I'm not that good of a person. Rather, I despise each and every one of you. You ruined my perfect plans of escaping this island with Hibiki. This is my petty revenge for losing the class trial. An adorable... We could have easily just tackled this child. An adorable tantrum by me, if you will. No, it turned to ash. Oh god, no, please. You're being awfully persistent, Nikkei. Boy, do I wonder why you're acting like that. You little... Yoruku, calm down. Violence is against the rules. Now I can finally die without... Okay, I could have softly tackled her then. Now I can finally die without any regrets. Let's go, Monocro. I'm sure you prepared a wonderful and fitting execution for Hibiki and I. Hold on. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but there's still some things left to do. Have you all forgotten? The Blacken of this class trial had the right to know the ending of their motive video regardless of the results. The execution comes after that. Honestly, I don't care. Let's just skip to the good parts, not the execution. Yeah, Kinjo would not have let this happen. You may feel that way, but Hibiki begs to differ, don't you think? The class trial acknowledges you both as Blackens. She obviously has the right to see her video's ending. Coincidentally, you two have the same motive video, so I'll just have to play one. Oh, I see. Poor sis. I guess it wouldn't let her hurt to know what happened to her parents before her death. Sis, wake up. Come on, look up and focus your eyes on me. You're returning to your old self again. Now. Kanade? Is this the trial grounds? Did I... Sis, we're gonna be executed. Before that, they're gonna see the ending of our motive video as a prize for being the Blacken. Come on, let's watch it. Wait, die? Me? Don't you remember? You and I killed Setsuka and we lost the class trial. Huh? Why would I get executed when I did nothing wrong? Please don't. I don't want to die. Hibiki, come on. You're not a baby now, are you? No, come on, look at the screen. As procedure, it is required you watch this video. Wait, why am I consoling her? Sis, aren't you curious about who really attacked Mom and Dad? Is it Kanade? At least we get the chance to know who did it. Would you rather just die now without knowing what happened? Cry. Well, she doesn't seem like she's fine, does she? Well, I guess I'll start the video. Don't kill me. Why would you bleh? The huge screen over our head showed a video of a couple looking to be around their mid-40s or 50s getting stabbed repeatedly by someone. The man seemed like he was already dead, with blood spewing out of his throat like a fountain, falling out as she pleaded for her life. At least we get the chance to know who did it. Mom? Dad? This video is a first-person perspective recording from the very person who murdered the Otonakoji's parents. Being recorded from a cheap camcorder, the quality isn't quite something to write home about, but I can't watch any longer. This is too horrible. Monochrome, Mikado, who really are you guys? How'd you get footage of the twins' parents getting murdered? But no, not just that, even the motive videos. How'd you get your hands on those? Well, do I really need to answer that? Wait a minute. Now for the climax. The identity of the assailant will now be revealed. I'm sure you're more curious now than ever, dear Kanade and Hibiki. Let's find out who done it. Boo! The person after murdering the couple was breathing heavily as they looked around, as if they were looking for something. The video wandered from place to place until it stopped at a full-body mirror in the corner of a dark room. And in that mirror, the reflection showed who the mystery assailant was. I know, it was like, big surprise here. It's hot in here. The person in the mirror, the person who savagely murdered Hibiki and Kanade's parents, was none other than Kanade herself. What? Kanade? What's going on? You even killed your own parents? You're kidding me, right? Kanade, tell me it's not true. It was you? You killed Mom and Dad? How? I trusted you all this time. So then, what is this? Mikado, would you care to explain this video? I didn't murder my parents. Sure, that's definitely our house, but I never did such a thing. Granted, I planned to murder my parents eventually as a finale for my Hibiki puppet plan. But I decided now is too early. I don't know the exact details, as Monochrome is the one who's controlling most of the killing school trip. But I can't say for sure this video and the videos that everyone received are certainly not made up in any way, shape, or form. I swear it's true on my magician's oath. Nobody gives a shit about your oath, so that doesn't sound that convincing. I get that you're angry, but stepping on my pride like that? Wait a minute. Oh, so that's it. That's how it was all along. Amazing. I never would have guessed. What a twist. What's up with her? Wow. What a shame, for real. What a shame. To not see the aftermath of this after getting to know such a big secret. And that is where the video ends. It seems you've realized something, Kanade. Oh, don't worry. I won't spoil anything for the rest of you. Hibiki and I will take the secret to our graves. Huh? Students, I know this isn't time to interrupt, but it's already past midnight. The trial is almost over. You all need to get a good night's sleep for tomorrow, right? Come on, sis. It's time for the finale. Come on, sis. Show me your most spareful last moments of your entire life. No, don't come anywhere closer, you monster. I don't want to die. Why should I be the one to go? I didn't do anything wrong. Now, I prepared a very special punishment for the ultimate vocalist and ultimate guitarist. Hibiki. Get away from me. Somebody help me. For this case, since there are two blackened, we're going to have the same execution for both of you. Sora, help me. Nikke, Iroha, Yuki, Shinji, Yoriko, anyone save me. Now, let's do this. It's punishment time. All right, let's do it. and found guilty. Oh, poor Hibiki, jeez. Live, only one? Oh, live, only one? Melody Rhythm Final Concert. Final Death Concert. Oh my god, she's stopping her from trying to sing. Jeez! Is she gonna keep trying? She's gonna. Oh! Jeez. Okay, I really, really like that execution. That girl died laughing. No. Mexico is for, you know, the happy, fun people. We're not saying Kanade there. She really is one scary girl. Hibiki and Kanade were executed. The third class trial, the third execution. And so, another two have left us. Even though the execution had ended, nobody spoke a word. Perhaps it was because Kanade rattled us till her very last moment. Or maybe after 3 repeated defeats by despair, that is reality. Yeah, Kanade is in hell where she belongs. We had lost even the strength to open our mouths. But to me, as of now, I had no way of knowing. Shobai? Where are you going? What, we're finished, right? We're free to leave. I don't speak to me. Back then it was only because we had a mutual goal that was a class trial. Now that it's over, don't bother me again, capiche? Dang it. Kanade was a human degenerate that deserved to die. But Hibiki... If what Kanade said was true, that Hibiki was merely used in this case by Kanade, I should have done something, anything. So this wouldn't have happened in the first place, damn it. Yes, Kanade goes to Florida. You must be virtuality because of Ray, but also not because of... Oh, right, huh, that is our... If Ray lives, that means Kanade's alive. I mean, but we know who she is, so, like, we'd stop her? Right? Oh, Nikkei. Kanade, what a person she was. Now, that's a person who I call worthy of being a void. I really do hope that the other two remaining learn a thing or two from her. I also don't have the strength to yell at you. Just leave us be. Oh dear, did I hurt your feelings? Well, I'm terribly sorry. But yes, as Monoko said, it has become terribly late. And Shinji, you're right. We should all go take a rest. If you ask me, I don't feel quite good bleh. I don't feel quite good about this as well, although for a different reason. Well then, if you excuse me. Let's think positively, everyone. Terio's right. We're better off not having someone like Kanade among us. Right? Nikkei's still sus. Nikkei's still super sus. But yeah, next chapter is chapter 4, and Shinji is strong, and I am concerned. I mean, really? Living together with a criminal like that? No, thank you. Kinjo can adopt little Ira here. She's like, criminals. And he's like, criminals. Hibiki, well, she was pretty unlucky to have someone like Kanade as her family. I thought you liked Kanade, Iraha. That you depended on her for class trials. That was before I knew she was a total maniac. But no worries, we have Sora and Shobai by our side. And I'll do this to prevent any murders from now on. So please, let's all smile. You think this is funny? Huh? No! No! Don't you get what kind of situation we're in? There was a murder, and we pulled through all that to win the class trial when the culprit wasn't even a void. We didn't get to know what Setsuka investigated, and there's still 3 voids left. There were 16 of us when we started, now there's 9 of us. That's almost half gone. And you're saying we should think positively? Yuki snapping. Yuki snapping. You didn't have to say it like that. I just wanted everyone to feel better. Oh, like hell we would. We have literally no hope at all now. Yuki, please don't take it out on Iraha. And calm down. We all feel the same. Bro. Huh? What is it? You said that you wouldn't let anyone die from now on, right? Well, now there's 3 more dead bodies to add to the count. Try harder next time, will ya? Oh, okay. Rude. Yuki? Ugh, why is he like that? Why is everyone bullying me? Yurha, would it kill you to read the mood for once? But I'm sorry. His Utsuro is leaking through? Yeah. I mean, Yuki's being the only realistic one here. Right? I feel a bit more hopeful knowing that Kanede's gone, honestly. Shinji, why'd you let Yuki act like that? Oh my god, stop blaming Shinji for everything, everyone. Because he's right in every way. I didn't keep my promise. No wonder he's acting like... Okay, Shinji. Please sit down and think rationally and don't do anything dumb next chapter, okay? I'm such a loser. Sora, why are things turning out this way? What did we do to deserve all of this? I'm just so tired. No. Don't worry, guys. Teria? I'll find a way out. I'm an executive at the Kisaragi Foundation. The Foundation, no matter what, never lets despair get away with things. I'll protect you all, at whatever it may cost, whatever... What? Teria, sit down and don't do anything irrational and dumb, okay? After Teria left, those of us remaining one by one managed to drag our bodies out of the trial grounds. Yoriko, who couldn't stop her tears, Iraha, who had somehow looked nervous. Shinji, who seemed to be who looked to be deep in thought. No one spoke a word in the elevator back to the Monocruise. This is a class trial more tiresome than ever. And it looked like it's going to only get harder from now on. What are we supposed to do? The first thing I did when I arrived at my room was to throw myself onto the bed. I didn't have the strength or urge to wash myself or change clothes. Perhaps I just wanted to escape from this reality. I was almost at the breaking point. I was only trying to act patient for the others who were in despair. I also wanted to cry my heart out like Yoriko. It felt painful. Yoriko's words now just rang inside my head. Why are these things happening to us? Did we do something wrong? Is this a punishment to atone for our sins? I had no idea. For now, my tiresome body had given up on everything, and I decided to give in to this wave of sleep. Shinji gives the best bear hug. He absolutely gives the best bear hugs. Wait, what? Iraha, what are you doing? Sit down and calmly think and don't do anything irrational. Are you there? Over here. Why are you so startled? Do you have something to confess? Mikado? What's up? Why'd you call me so late at night? What's up? What is up? I'll tell you what's up, you stupid little brat. Oh no, is she a void? Iraha, are you even aware of the fact that you're a void? It was your turn last time. Emma stealing your spot? That I can understand. The corrections were made in the end after all. But if you ruin everything one time, you're supposed to make up for it the next time. How? How is she a void? There's supposed to be 2 victims this case, a double murder, you hear me? But let's talk about what actually happened. Let's see. The cases weren't similar. And to top it off, 2 Blackens? How are you going to take responsibility for all this, Well... When I found Setsu's corpse, I thought to myself, well, it seems like Iraha is finally pulling her own weight. She forgot she's a void. I even marveled at your wits when the trial panned out as if you're the murderer. But what the hell is this outcome? I honestly couldn't have ruined these things this badly, even if I tried. Tell me, what did you accomplish on this island? I was gonna do something, but Kanade acted so quickly that I don't want to hear excuses, you useless trash. I even gave you a tidbit before the motive reveal. You probably weren't even paying attention, were you? Are you making fun of me? Answer me. Why do you think I included someone as useless as you in our team? I told you before, you're just here to fill up the numbers. You're just here for the ride, so don't worry. But even so, shouldn't you at least do what you promised to do? If this plan fails, then your life is going down the drain as well. Are you planning to go kamikaze on all of us? Wait, but it wasn't my turn originally, and I didn't have time to discuss the plans. How am I supposed to do anything on my own? Use his powers. Yuki's powers? Luck powers? Utsuro's powers, I guess. You saw the class trial, didn't you? The outcome is already decided. You just have to have the will for it. And you're trying to make excuses when you haven't even done that much, but... So, did Utsuro's powers of luck save him from the finale of the last game? And is he virtually plugged in as this Yuki? So is this Utsuro still? Very well. As much as I'm disappointed in you, things didn't go completely south. It's still not too late. I'm giving you another chance. Think of it as an act of mercy. For I am very forgiving. Next island, you're in charge of the murder there. What? But... Relax, nothing to worry about. Everything will go as planned under his protection. You just gotta wish for it. But the next island, it's that person's turn. So I think I'll just... That person? Do you really think they're still on our side? Just how stupid can you get? What do you mean? That damn brat betrayed us long ago. Didn't you know something was off ever since we arrived on this island? Trying to ruin everything? I've already noticed it. And I'm wondering what punishment I should give out. Huh? I'm not doing this to you without any reason. Believe me, if that person was on our side, of course I'll ditch you and I'll leave everything to them. Stats-wise, they're far superior to an idiot like you. Yeah, Iraha's probably going to die, and I'm very sad because, again, in my list of predictions, I had, please let Arc Girl live. Arc Girl lives, yes? So, it's just you and me. Now you get why things are getting serious? I'm going to get Ayami or Mitch Island. And you've understood. Follow my orders. If you do so, you, me, and every one of us will regain happiness. Well then, I have high expectations for your marvelous murder case. Don't let me down. But... What's the matter? Oh, don't tell me. You wouldn't dare think of backstabbing me like that brat, would you? Never. Nope. Just do it. It isn't that hard. You only have to wait just a bit longer after all. The day of his resurrection is almost here. Okay, so... he wants to resurrect Utsuro. I mean, that's the only thing that makes sense. So, I'm guessing we're all in this virtual world trying to live out the first game again so we can wake up Utsuro, because I guess they're Utsuro followers, the Void members? That feels like what it is, right? I mean, who else's resurrection do they want? They're like, I mean, unless it's Kinjo, but he's not dead. So no, hold on. No. Yeah. And Kinjo didn't have powers, just Utsuro has powers. Now, this is the end of our conversation. If we linger any longer, someone like Shobai is bound to find us, so you should head back. If I were you, I wouldn't dare think of betraying us for your own good. Fwahaha. Meh. Wait, what? Oh goodness. Hi, I think she's full of despair. Chapter 3, The Girl Looked into the Evil Abyss. Yeah, I don't think MatPat would do a theory on that. And I am still horrendously wrong on this. Her void eyes? I know. Hey, we got a hairpin. We got 2 hairpins. Do you want to save the game? Yeah. And that. Nope. That will be it for today. And at 11 o'clock, basically exactly 11 o'clock. Awesome. Alright, so once again, thank you everyone for coming in. And thank you for, dealing with my sick voice. I should be fine by next week. I should be. I've drinking so much Dayquil to get over this sickness. And tea. I'm drinking a lot of tea also. So I'll start chapter 4 on this Thursday. Same time as usual. And then I'll probably do a double thing like I did this week. So it'll be Thursday and Sunday will be the investigation for chapter 4. It's 4 a.m. for you? Oh my gosh, are you not sleepy, Logan? You probably need sleep. But yeah, so Thursday, I should definitely have my voice back. So I'll be on Facecam and I will make fun voices again. So too, also a video of the dinger. Okay. Wait, is there really a ranking video for that? Oh my gosh. I randomly thought of just making like a smash or pass video for Danganronpa characters. So I think that'd be funny too. But again, I want to finish this game first before I do anything. I want to say it's because Kanda's so, kind of batshit. Everyone's like, oh man, let's see someone react to how batshit she is. It's one of the most popular trials. It's a good chapter 3 trial. Like, you watch it. It's really good to have like a nice chapter 3 trial. Like I liked the last Danganronpa Another's chapter 3 trial. I mean, I didn't like it because poor little doctor girl died a horrible, painful, terrible death, and I'm like, no, she's my precious. Why would you do that? And Yamaguchi was super sweet too, but it was a good trial also. Even if it was a little obvious, it was Kinji. I guess chapter 3s are obvious, but this one at least, even though it was obvious, I did like. It was obvious just how crazy Kanade was. It was like, oh man, yeah, we know she's like, off a rocker. And it's just like, oh man, you don't know the half of it. And it's like, oh geez, you're right. I did not know the half of it. You still like chapter 4 better, but chapter 3 is a close second? See, I'm scared now. I'm like, wait, but my art girl. Like, no. I don't want her to die. But she's gonna. Alright, so let me hit stop stream. Right, I was expecting him to go all full army during the trials. Fangame's LGT to Mexico to weed. Alright, yep, so that's about it. So, good night everyone, I love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Laters!